The broadcast is live.
We are live and in color.
Do we have anybody here? We don't
See.
have nobody here yet.
What does it tell me on here?
Ooh. Oh, okay. So we're live on my channel.
I'm just looking.
So I can see us. And I don't know if anybody else is here.
Okay, yeah, I can see us on too.
Hopefully we won't be talking to ourselves. So I was just on someone's channel, and I just hope I don't get a whole lot of hate, because she was talking about, I'm a subscriber to her channel, and she just did a video talking about Black Lives Matter, and she's only going to be supporting brands on her channel, reviewing stuff on her channel from brands that, you know, have not been silent, have spoken up about the Black Lives Matter movement. But the whole time I'm watching the video, I see her Bloodlust or, you know, her Jeffree Star palette hanging on the wall. And I'm like, So I left her a comment, nothing nasty or anything like that, but with genuine curiosity, like, how do you reconcile your feelings about the Black Lives Movement and support this brand? And so I, you know, and I wrote it, and I find this has happened a lot with me on my little teeny tiny channel, that I'm afraid to ask questions of other people or maybe say things because I'm afraid, oh, people are going to be upset. They're going to unsubscribe. I'm going to get a lot of hate. And so I almost didn't leave the comment, but I was like, I have a genuine question, and, you know, people might not like it. I hope they don't come to my channel and act stupid, but
right.
I really wanted to know. I just wanted to know. I wasn't trying to be nasty or mean. I was just curious. Like, and I'm sure she's probably going to say, you know, that was a mistake he made in the past, and she forgives people. And I'm totally fine with that. I just was curious.
Exactly. And if you can, I just want to hear your thoughts. That's it. Just explain.
That's it.
Exactly.
That's it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we do have a few people in. Hello, Star. Hello, Miss Kendra. Hello, Stephanie. Hello. Thank you so much.
Hello.
And hello to people from my channel, and hello from people from Miss Lynette's channel. Thank you for joining us. So, because I have manners, I'm going to let Miss Lynette start, and you know, just give us your overall thoughts, or just kind of start wherever you want to start, and let us know how you feeling, how you dealing. I already know, but I want everybody else.
Well, I was excited to join you. Thank you for asking me to join you today, by the way, T. And, you know, you had just posted a video about what's been happening and your role, how you felt, you know, your role in it, and how you may have been complacent by, you know, not wanting to cause trouble, not wanting to get people angry, being the nice Black woman and the non-angry Black woman. And as I told you, I was coming from the other end of the spectrum, where I am the angry Black woman, and I have no problems with that, because I have a lot to be angry about. And how, you know, you talked about how you don't check people because, you know, you don't want problems, you want to keep everything nice, whereas I'm checking people all the time. And I'm tired. And it's like, at this point, if you are unaware, then it's because you want to be. And, you know, I saw somebody else that I follow, a white YouTuber, and she had written a community post about how, you know, she understands she has white privilege, but she just was unaware of just how bad it is. And I was thinking, really? I mean, in 2020, are you really still so oblivious to what Black people are going through? But I mean, I get it. I mean, she's living a very different life than what I'm living as a Black woman in America. It's very different. Just like there are rich people whose lives, they're living completely different lives than what we and poorer people are living. But it was just kind of like, really?
Right.
But I guess it's easier you know, and I'm guilty of this too. It's easier when, okay, well, that person doesn't look like me and that happened in another state and that was awful and bad. And then you get on with your life.
Right.
So, I mean, I get it, but it's still just kind of frustrating at this point.
Exactly.
You know? And I'm just really angry. I'm really tired.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
I don't know where to go at this point.
Well, you know, and I agree with you. And I would say, I feel like if we think about how things flow, we are at that point where right here to me is the most critical, because we are now on the cusp of winding down from it trending, right? Like we are right here on the end. And so this is where I feel like more people are coming out and saying things like, I mean, one of the posts I saw earlier today, it was like, I mean, I'm just so confused on what to say. I can't say this and I can't say that. And, you know, I just don't know what to say. And I have to be honest and say, I fluctuate on what I'm willing to try to accept from someone and not, you know, sometimes I'm like, okay, don't be judgmental. I mean, you know, just like you said, they live in another life, you know, they might, but then on the other hand, I'm like, just like you said, how can you not know? I mean, at this point, if you don't know, you choose to know. And honestly, I feel like sometimes, even looking at the post, I'm like, if you want me to be excited about your child's first birthday and you want me to be excited about your dog and all this other kind of stuff, but you can't support me, what are we doing? You know what I mean? Like at this point, I just feel like, what are we doing? And I know that people are reacting in different ways and people are showing their support in different ways. But my thing is, if you are silently signing petitions or if you are silently donating money, you still being silent because you ain't sharing what somebody else can do. You ain't sharing how else someone else can do it. You're just doing it behind closed doors. And again, I'm not saying put a post up and say, hey girl, I signed this petition, or hey girl, I supported this cause, but say, hey, if you want to donate, or hey, if you want to get involved, or hey, if you want to do this, share the information. Because if you're doing it and you just doing it for yourself just to say you did it, but you're not trying to help anyone else, then you're still silent. You're still being silent. You know what I mean? And people, I think a lot of people don't understand your circle of influence in person is much smaller than the circle of influence on your platforms. People sitting around here with 2 friends they see at home with 5,000 Facebook friends. I mean, you know what I mean? So why? You know, and I mean, I'm being honest. I don't understand at this point why you can't be vocal. Period. And again, I understand. I don't want to go to a protest because I know I'm going to be that first Black chick that they're going to try to get. And I'm a little trustless, so I can't outrun but so many people. You know? But again, what else can I do? I can use my platforms. I can use my dollars. I can use so many different ways to do my part. And I guess that's just not, that's what I'm not grasping is so many different ways to do your part. Why can't you choose something?
I guess for me, I feel like, you know, I probably fall in that category you're talking about right now because I haven't done any videos about it. I see now people are doing videos and people are posting on Instagram and they're sharing, you know, resources. Here's what you can do. And I'm one of those people that has been behind the scenes, donating money here and donating money there and posting like, you know, on my Instagram. But I think I shied away from doing anything on here because I'm just tired of talking about it. Like, I need an escape from it.
True
And
story.
YouTube for me is that escape. I watch videos on YouTube and doing videos on YouTube. And I talk about it so much outside of this platform.
Right.
And I've seen, you know, all the video. I haven't watched the George Floyd video.
Right.
I didn't watch the Aubrey, like, because I can't, it's too much.
Yeah,
It's
that's
too
fair.
much. I can't.
That's fair.
And, you know, having conversations with people who still just don't understand or they don't get it. And I'm just like, I have to leave some of it behind at some point and try to take care of myself. And in doing so, it's coming here, playing with my makeup,
Right.
sharing my hauls with y'all. But I did think about, should I say something? Because now well, if you don't say anything, you're part of the problem.
Right.
And so, I'm glad that we're able to have this conversation today so that we can express how we're feeling and what we're doing.
Exactly.
But yeah, it's been I was just Zooming with some friends of mine, some Black women colleagues that we Zoom every week, and they were all saying the same thing. Like, it's been a tough week. I can't wait till we get together. It's been a tough week. It's been a hard week. One of the reasons why I'm drinking right now.
Right.
It's been hard. It's been hard.
But I think what you just said something that I think is very important. You are still lifting your voice. You're on Instagram. You're on here. You're checking people in person. Like, to me, you're still doing what you can, and that, I think, is what is important to me, is that you are still doing your part. I have so many, I don't even know if you'd say friends anymore. Like, at this point, I don't even know if I could even, with my soul, label them that way. But, and even people of color, girl, silent.
I know. I know.
No words at all. And again, nothing. And I get that there are some people who don't want to spread the negativity. I get it. Then fine. If you don't want to spread any negativity, then why are you still not posting how to sign a petition? Why are you still not? I mean, again, always a way. Figure out how it is, but you can post something positive. You can post where to go to sign up for this. You can post where to go to do all that. To me, at this point, and I know fairness, I know a lot of this judgment is because this is what I saw in myself prior, and realizing that, it makes me so angry now. So I will own it 100%. I definitely get that's part of it, but nothing like that. That's just what's hard for me. Absolutely nothing. And when I post these things on Facebook or Instagram, and you don't say anything about it, but then I post something about, my dog did this, and you're just clicking and liking and all that kind of stuff, then again, so vocal. Vocal. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I just feel it. I'm going to go through really quick. We got a lot of hellos and everything.
I see. Lori is here. Hi, Lori. Marlo is here. What's up, girl?
Hey, Monique. Hey, Stephanie. Amelia. Hey, girl. Hey, Cherry. Hey, Lori.
So I see Marlo has said, she's not going to be forced or pressured to do anything on my social media. I support the cause regardless, and I do plenty behind the scenes. What I contribute is between me and the Lord. I hear you, girl. I hear you. I'm right there with you.
I hear you. I hear you. And I definitely hear you. I hear you 100%. And I guess for me, just as much as I respect that point of view, I respect my point of view of expecting something. I just have to say. And again, it definitely is. It definitely is. But I guess I feel like so much silence has created a lot of this. So I guess for me, just from my point of view, seriously, 100, I've been silent. I've been behind the scenes. Now I can do more. Just 100%, just my own perspective, seriously.
So do you find yourself responding to other people, or calling out people, or starting uncomfortable conversations with people now that you have a different perspective on things?
Yes. And there's a lot of them, especially there are some people, I will admit, that I just unfollow, block, and I just keep it pushing, just because in a lot of ways on that one, I already knew who you were. I saw who you were way before this, so this is not shining any light on anything. Like, I already knew this. But for those who are really surprising me, I have to, and I try to start out as respectful as possible. Like one of my, again, I don't even know what to label her now, but one of the people I know put out a post, and she was just saying basically all lives matter.
Oh.
And it went back and forth, and it wasn't even just me; it was a lot of people. But that was her response to a post. And so we go back and forth, and I'm giving her all of it. The house is on fire, the leg's on fire. I'm giving her all that kind of stuff. And again, she's still coming back. And, I'm breaking it down and I'm like, this is white privilege. Period. Period. And I think what a lot of times we fail to understand is we all got a little bit of privilege somewhere in there that we got to own up to. And if you have white privilege, no one's saying that you're a terrible person because you have white privilege. That's not the point. The point is to be honest and open about what that privilege is, to recognize what it is, and to do what you can. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And my thing is, if you didn't understand it up until this point, now I've brought it to your attention. I know. Let me get past Lynette. Understand it up until this point. Now I've brought it to your attention. At this point, you are choosing to ignore it. You're just choosing. You're just choosing to. So at the point when you just choose to be ignorant, then we got to go back and forth. Because besides the fact that I'm Black and my kids are Black and everybody else is Black, it's wrong.
Right. Yeah.
Period. I mean, again, I don't want to be too graphic, but I don't got to be raped to understand that's terrible. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't have to be that way. I don't have to be that way. And so, the conversation has been the conversation. And I just feel like at this point, if I don't come back at you and I don't give you that, then I'm just not doing my part. I mean, like I said, I can't be in the streets because, again, I'm a little chunky butt, so I can't be in the streets. I just got to fight the battle any way I can and whatever, I mean, I got to just do it.
I feel like I'm so tired of educating people at this point. You know what I mean? I'm like, you go, you do your work, you go do your research. I no longer feel incumbent to be the one to have to educate you at such and such years old at this point about racism and about Black people in America. Like, I'm just over it.
Right.
I'm over it.
Right. And I think, again, just like you said, again, it goes back to the fact of, like, that's a lot of responses to it is, tell me what I can do and, help me out. And it's like, did you really just ask me how to not be racist? Is that what you're asking me? Is that what the question is? How not be racist? Because I got a problem with that question. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like, but then again, on the other hand, I feel like, again, if I can say something that connects with whoever that is, then what I do, I go back and forth. I'm not even going to lie. I go back and forth with wanting to take the time to help somebody else out and then wanting to just be like, bye.
I know another reason why I haven't wanted to speak is because, like I said to you too, it's going to be ignorant, it's going to be militant, and it's going to be like just rage. Like, I'm just filled with rage. And the fancy face, Tina, the fancy face, she posted a video recently, a card chat. And I don't know, probably many of you who are watching us now have probably seen it, or at least you know who I'm talking about. And I'll link it after this in my description box. I'll link her video. And she says, I'm tired and I'm angry. And with a lot of explicit words, she talks about it, and she talks about her experiences. And I'm telling you, the words that she uses, the attitude, the anger, the rage, she expressed everything that I'm feeling and in the way that I would express it. So I will link her channel, her video later after this for people who haven't seen it yet. But that's where I would be coming from. Right. And, you know, that's a side that my subscribers have never seen. Fair enough. Fair enough. Because I haven't shown it. Right. And, you know, I try not, there's no reason for me to. I'm on here talking about makeup. You know what I mean? Right. But fair enough. Fair enough. Nope. That is how I feel. Like, burn it all the F down. Like, right. And people who are concentrating on the looting and the vandalism, I don't agree with it. I don't agree with the looting, but I understand. And I'm not going to sit here and be like, no, you shouldn't don't do that. I can't. Right. I'm sorry. Right. I just can't. Right. That's how I feel. That they're expressing the same rage that I have is what they have. And, And when you bottle it up for so long, it's got to go somewhere. Right. And it's either going to be internal, where you are depressed and miserable and possibly suicidal, or it's going to come out. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. And I mean, to your point, now, first of all, we got to remember that there are a whole bunch of different people out there. There are the protesters and there are the looters out there. But I also agree, again, I think you made a post about this as well. What else do you want? We did peaceful protests, you know, we put on t-shirts, we did all this other kind of stuff. What else do you want? And I also want to remind people that civil unrest and revolutions have been going on in the world forever, and yet we put them in history books and we stand up about it and we cheer for it all the time. And yet now that Black folks are doing it and we've got allies doing it, now all of a sudden, we ain't got nothing. We ain't nothing but thugs and crazy people out here, doing all this other kind of stuff. So I feel like at this point in time, you do what you feel you need to do to get your message out there, because you done already tried to do it. We done painted murals. We done did all this other kind of stuff. What did you expect? Yeah. What did you expect at this point? And I mean, here you got Kaepernick silently, peacefully protesting, and that man is out of a job. He's out of a career, right? So you don't want us to protest like that, and you don't want us to protest like this. But so what are we supposed to do? Sit here and twiddle our thumbs while you continually have your knees on our necks? Right. Exactly. So I mean, I'm with you 100%. I'm with you 100%. And again, I feel like your voice, going back to it, if at the end of the day you said absolutely nothing about the actual injustice that we're standing up for, but now I see you posting or talking about Target being burned down, you're speaking loudly, girl. You're speaking loudly. You know what I mean? This is just what I'm hearing. You know what I mean? This is what my ears are hearing, is like, you're worried about not being able to go and pick up that Target. Like, you see it? Yeah. So, yeah. Again, I'm going to look at some of these comments here. Monique, I want to mute you. Girl, I hear you. Monique, my son is 19. And I'm telling you what, we have had this conversation so many times. Just like you said, Lynette, 2020 is the year. I've had so many conversations with my son about this, but I don't think he heard me. I don't think he heard me in the many times of saying, hey, son, you need to be aware, when you in that car with all your white friends and something go down, they going home, you either going to be locked up or you're going to be dead. It's falling on deaf ears. So now that this is out and it's public and he's seeing it, and again, he's being pushed into it. Now it's like, lessons right here. This is your lessons. You are now being forced to be aware of what's going on. You know what I mean? Like, you're being forced to, and now you're hearing all these different people talk about it, and you're hearing it from different perspectives, depending on whose mouth it's coming out of. Now you're hearing it. So Monique, I hear you, girl. And I was talking to my husband about this too. You don't want to be in that world, but you got to. Every time he got to go out, I got to be like, now remember what I said, right?
Check yourself.
Right.
Remember the rules. Do this, do that. Don't act stupid. Do this. Let me know where you're at all times. You don't want to, but I got to. And if there's silence for too long, I'm just texting them like, where you at? What you doing? Everything okay? You all right? So of course we got people out in these streets. You're having to raise your kids in a completely different way and having to put the fear of being them in them every time they go out the door. And I think we fail to realize this is so big because you can't teach nobody to dream and try to be something bigger when you're sitting here trying to teach them not to be them, to be silent, to be complacent. You know what I mean? So it's like,
and then knowing that they, even if they follow everything you say and do everything right, that it, in the end, it may still not matter.
It may still not matter. It may not matter.
Yeah.
It may not matter.
I was looking at Lori's, and she said she had to talk to her friends and let the rage out. Then she did an edited video, and then she did the live. Girl, I know.
I'm telling you.
Monique said, is LonDen putting on powder right now? Yes, girl, because you see this oil on my face? You see this shiny face right here? I'm going to be doing it from time to time.
You do it, girl.
I'll let you know, Lady T, she's the one that recommended this one, that all-nighter powder, so that's the one that I'm using.
Now, Cherry says, I don't even know what to say on my channel. My channel is new since February, and my audience isn't that vast, plus I don't know what to say. And Cherry, let me say this. Let me say this, girlfriend, because I'm not trying to push anyone at all. I do want you to do what you feel is in your heart. You know, I do want you to do and say what you feel is in your heart, because I think a lot of times if you'll watch someone, like I can notice it on my Facebook post, I can see how depending on what day and what time, their views are all over the place. And that's how I know that they're basically doing what they feel they have to do, or they're basically just flowing with the emotions and the tides of what's being posted. So I 100% am saying, do what you feel, support how you feel. My only thing is, I have been silent for way too long. I have to speak out. That's what's in my heart. My heart is to speak across the channels that I can, you know, use my platforms, have those conversations, and do what I feel I need to do. And to be fair, and this is probably going to come out as racist as possible, but honestly, a lot of times I feel like this is such a big battle. Our non-Black people have got to speak louder as well.
Sure.
And, you know, it's definitely a battle of all of us, but our non-white or non-Black friends have to speak loud. And the thing is, I see it. You know, I've got several who are speaking out and using their platform, showing petitions. You know, I saw the other night I was watching a live stream, and my girl Kendra, in the middle of the live stream, said something about it. And I guarantee you those numbers dropped. Like, let's say it was 32 people watching, it dropped instantly. But she still took the time. You know what I mean? So just, I'm angry and I'm upset and I'm very passionate about it, but don't have me pushing you to do something that is not going to come across as genuine as you are. So let me definitely say that. I just know T has been silent for too long. So T is going to use whatever platform and whatever voice she has and just putting it out there.
And it's okay if you don't know what to say. And it's okay if you don't feel like you can say anything right now. I mean, you know, you have to do, like T says, you have to do what's comfortable, what's in your heart. And a lot of people are out here saying stuff and posting stuff, but they're not doing anything else.
Right.
You know?
Exactly.
That words don't mean a whole lot at this point.
Yeah.
And I agree that white allies have to speak louder, but they also have to act, because the only way this is going to get dismantled and change is going to come is if they make the changes, because they're the ones, and I'm not saying them, but you know, their ancestors and all through, since this country was built, have been the ones to put this system in place and have been the ones to perpetuate it. So they're going to have to be the ones to dismantle it. And this protesting that you're seeing right now, this looting, this vandalism, that's hopefully making people uncomfortable enough to where they feel moved to act.
That's it.
And I haven't watched the, like I said, George Floyd. I didn't watch that video. I probably will never watch that video. I will
never watch it.
But that really resonated with people, Black and white, Black mothers, white mothers, when he's calling out for his mother, and for those people that have been, under a bush, who just didn't realize racism was alive and well in this country. And they see here now on video, this man, white man, with his knee on this man's neck, literally killing him.
Right.
I mean, we also saw that with Eric Garner in New York, where he was put in a chokehold by NYPD. By the way, that guy was never brought up on any charges, has not been put in jail. And it took 5 years for that cop to even be suspended or fired.
Right.
So that's a whole nother thing. But, maybe, I don't know. I'm still pessimistic, unfortunately.
Yeah. I hear you.
But I'm hoping that, you have the UN now saying that, condemning the US for racial lynching. You have people now with their phones, and you're seeing these police officers in real time, oftentimes, the things they're doing to some of these protesters is mind blowing. Right. I saw them beat up some little white girl today. One of these cops. I was like, what?
Yeah.
What is happening?
Yep.
And they're beating up media. And so, and people, the world is watching now too. Right. Now that you have social media, you have people in other countries. I saw the protests going on in other countries.
Yes.
New Zealand.
Yes.
Oh my.
New Zealand. I mean, I feel like the whole place of New Zealand was on the street.
In the streets. Oh my gosh. In London, in Paris. I mean, all over the world.
Denmark.
People, Black, white, Hispanic, Pacific Islander, like they're all coming together on this. So I'm hopeful that this will bring about some kind of change. I see that Minnesota has now outlawed chokeholds by the police, and have said that police officers who witness a chokehold, they have to intervene. They have to report it to a supervisor, and if they don't step in, that they can be held accountable. So, I mean, this is stuff we've never seen before.
Right.
I don't know, how far it's going to go. I don't know, but I'm just prayerful and hopeful that some important, significant, permanent change is going to happen.
I agree. And I'm with you, Lynette. And I, like we talked about, I do fluctuate, I'm an emotional basket case right now. So I do fluctuate. I can be pessimistic myself because the system was based on racism. You know what I mean? Like, and I mentioned this on Lori's Live, when they brought Africans over here, they only thought that they would be slaves forever. You know what I mean? Like that was it. So every single brick and layer has been built upon, you know what I mean, this whole entire thing. And just like one post that I saw, I agree, racism is so American that when you protest against racism, people feel like you're protesting against America. Like that's how deep this runs, So I can get real pessimistic because it's in the bricks, it's in the water, it's in the food, like it's in everything. But then you see things like all these different countries, and I mean bringing the people and bringing the protests and bringing all this other kind of stuff. And you see, again, like you said, now you are seeing it. Now you're not just hearing it from your Black friend talking about this went down. You are seeing it. You know what I mean? Like you have proof of this. So.
And because it's happening in all these other countries too, like Black people, just about every part of this hemisphere in this world are treated the way we're treated.
That's it.
And so they can, in London and in England, the Blacks there can identify because it happens to them. Maybe not on the same scale as happening to us, but it happens to them everywhere around the world. It's happening to Black people.
Oh,
oh Lord.
So I guess we got to remain hopeful.
No,
Like I said,
hard.
I'm an emotional
It's
basket
hard.
case. I mean, you know what I mean? It's just ups and downs. And, you know, I'm trying to remember who said it, but you do have to take a break. I will say that, because whenever I'm posting or speaking or replying, I'm trying to make sure that comes from the place it should be coming from. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to, and if you sit there and you engulf yourself in all of it all day long, at the end of the day, it's coming.
Yeah.
It's coming
Yeah.
from pure T hatred. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it's
Yeah.
coming from anger. So, you know, you got to step away from it. And I saw another post where I think it was talking about how it's tearing everybody apart and all this kind of stuff. And it's like, no, it's showing you. You know what I mean? Like it's letting you see Tammy and Johnny and Billy. Like it's letting you see all of this kind of stuff. And people just want to go back, and, you know, one of the people I used to know was like, I just wish we would just stop talking about it. And I just wish that we would just, you know, I just wish that this was just never brought up. And it's like, that's the problem.
Yeah, that's the problem.
That's the problem. You know, I mean, that's the problem. So, you know, maybe it's really just me and my terrible friends. Maybe that's the conclusion I'm coming from. Maybe that's what it is.
No, it's
Maybe
not.
it's just my circle. I mean, that's what I got to clean house. That's what I got to do. I got to clean
I
house.
know when this idiot got elected, I had to stop. I stopped in 2016 when he got elected. I cut off Facebook.
Yeah.
Like, I still have it up. I still have my page. Every once in like 6 to 8 months, I might post something on there. But I had to leave it because with all my woke friends and family posting about all the horrible, evil things that he was doing and what was going on in the world, and then these other people who I didn't know that, but it came out, right? It all came out when he got in office. Everybody showed who they were, and I had to start unfriending people. And then it got to a place where when I would go on Facebook, I would just be depressed.
Yes. Yeah.
And miserable. And I was like, well, why do I keep coming on here? So I had to cut it out. I had to cut it out. And even now, like, I don't click on certain stories. I don't click on certain videos. If it's about Trump, usually I don't even bother because I just know it's going to anger me and it's going to sadden me. And I can only take so much.
Yeah. Exactly. I'm just going to read just a couple of the comments. Laddie, librarian, I hope I said that right. I'm the mother of a 32-year-old Black man, and I fear for his life every day. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Marlo, I educate and I have posted resources to show others. Yes, ma'am. Exactly. I am not belittling that. Yes, exactly. Because we do need more than just I'm mad at you. I agree 100%. Or you're wrong, or I don't agree with your position. You are 100%, and the resources are exactly what's needed. Yes, ma'am. Sorry. Portia Pan, sorry I'm late. Thank you for having this. Portia, there's never a late.
Thanks for coming, Portia.
That's exactly what it is. Oh, I'm so behind. I don't know what she's responding to. I'm sorry, PGD. I'm sorry.
PGD is here. What's up, DJ?
Stay. Okay, Miss Lori. When people say all lives matter, and that girl.
That all lives matter.
Girl, that all lives matter. Let me tell you something. Nothing. I think at this point, nothing will take me to a dark place more than that right there. Because basically what you are saying is, Black girl, shut up. That's what you're telling me. 100%. So, girl. I cringe when I see those support the blue. Laddie, girl. And this is what I want people to, this is what I want people to understand. Again, stop. It goes back to the all lives matter. Not one time did I say every single cop out here is terrible. That's not what I said. What I said is, we are seeing the ones who are terrible, and what I need for the ones who are not is to point out and say something about those who are. I have several Taylorsville cop friends, and one of them posted on his page about how he was a good cop and everything. And I get what he was trying to do, you know what I mean? But all I kept thinking was, you're doing the same thing as the All Lives Matter. No one is pointing at you and saying anything else. No one's saying you're not a good cop. What we are saying is there are bad cops out there that are killing our people, and we need you as a cop to recognize that, to point it out, and to stand up for your fellow man. So to me, it's almost the same as the All Lives Matter. I'm a good one. You know, hey, I'm a good one. That's almost like a guilty conscience to me. I don't need you to say that you're a good one. Just like I don't need to say I'm not a threat. That's it's not needed. It's not needed. You know what I mean? And anytime you're like, hey, but I'm good, or hey, it's not me, you're telling on yourself. You know what I mean? Like you're absolutely telling on yourself. So it's just like, no one's saying that they don't support you. That's not it. We got to focus, people. We got to stay focused and stop trying to make this. I mean, again, if one of your kids was hurt and you go help that kid, are you telling all your other kids that they don't matter? No. You tell them we need to take care of. You know? Gladdy Librarian, and I have a relative that is a retired police officer. Let me go back up. Right, girl. Right. Exactly. Stephanie Cole, I think we have to really consider letting some of these Stephanie, girl, what I just say? I don't even, you know what? I think I went from, how many people did I have on Facebook? I think now it's like, it's girl. I done cleaned house.
On one hand.
I done clean house. I done clean house. You know what I mean? And to be completely honest with myself, half of them I already knew anyways. That was just my stupidity and my comfortableness of adding them, and like, that's my fault right there. Because you know what? It didn't even take this to see it, girl. They was already showing me. I was the one who was like, oh, Tommy, he just, girl, you know, he be saying stuff like that. You know what I mean? No, Tommy's a racist. That's it, pretty much. Well, there is too.
Hi, Carolina KS from Canada.
Hey. Lori, are you talking about Fancy Face? Laddie Librarian, here's you, Lynette, about the rage.
Yeah, man.
Lori says, yes, I had to talk to my friends and let the rage out. Okay. We as people need to respect each other's stances, as everyone is different personally and copanism. We can't judge the behavior either way. Yes, Teepa. Okay. Ooh, I am behind.
Yeah, I'm ahead of you.
Okay, where are you at, Lynette?
I'm up to Cherry Nest TV. We've had a lot of debriefing and processing through work, predominantly white department. And like LonDen said, I feel like I need a break. And that's privilege right there. Monique said, I think we are just tired of being tired of all this. I know that's the truth.
Yep.
And nothing changes.
Yep.
Now, Monique, you said because these commercials showing mixed race couples is not speaking up for the Black Lives Matter movement. Can you expound on that? And Cherry says, I have the privilege to take a break and others are in it and can't leave it and then come back.
That's it, girl. I agree with that comment right there. And I think, y'all, I got to catch up, but I think that is, again, where I'm coming from, is that even that privilege washes over me. You know what I mean? Even that privilege of just saying, okay, not today. It's just that, it's that never ending cycle. You know what I mean? Even when I can't take it no more and I walk away, even then it washes over me that I still have the privilege to turn it off. You know what I mean? So I agree with that comment 100%.
Cherry says, I'm just glad I didn't have to physically go back to work after all this happened, working from home, because what do you do with those emotions at work?
That's it.
I know.
That's it. You just randomly cry.
I know I've cried.
Girl.
I've cried.
Lynette, where are you at? Because I'm just all over the place. I'm a terrible.
I'm at 7:40 p.m. Lady librarian.
Okay.
I work for a college, and our chancellor sent an email to all the employees and students, and he has never addressed racism. Part of me feel it was a publicity stunt. Yeah. And I'm sure there's a lot of them out here. Like I'm seeing all these big brands posted. We stand with Black Lives Matter. We believe in this, and even the NFL had the
yes
out of this face talking about we support Black lives. I was like, excuse me.
Yes.
Oh my God.
And that's another one I wanted to address. Hey, Miss Patience. That's another thing I wanted to address is, and Lori talked about this as well, is really paying attention to these brands, y'all. I mean, really paying, all of us, most of us here love our makeup, right? Like we love our makeup, we love buying it, we love talking about it. I mean, we just love makeup. That's our happy place. But again, I feel like here's another area where we could be showing, you know what I mean? We could be using them dollars and we could be doing it. I mean, have y'all looked? I mean, some of these companies, and even the ones who I feel like at the end of the day really just said something just because they realized that they were being called out because they didn't say anything. Like, I mean, like these companies that Jody come lately, I'm just like, okay. At the end of the day, you have so many people buying from you. Do you really need to worry about alienating anybody? Like you have this big, nothing. You can't say, I mean, you can't say anything. So, I mean, like for instance, I literally just made a purchase from Armani Beauty. It was all on sale, and I was really excited because I always wanted to try something from them, but they've been silent. It's been crickets. So I had to package it all up, even though it was a lipstick that was absolutely beautiful. It's going back. It's got to go back.
All right now.
All right, Monique, the institution. I keep clicking on stuff. I'm sorry. Monique, the institution of modern day slavery began. Yes. Say it, Monique. That's deep. It runs so deep. It's gonna take. This is the beginning, y'all. We're gonna be here for a long time, and I feel like it's gonna get a lot worse before it gets better. Because again, we keep being in this situation, right? And I just feel like we're in the beginning, and it's just it's gonna get rough. It's gonna get rough.
Hot Bella Experience Patience. What's up, girl? She says, I'm just waiting to see what the end game will be from this. And I think that's exactly right. What we're all waiting for, to see how this is all going to turn out. Is there going to be any real change? Or what?
Sorry, y'all. I can't talk.
It's supposed to be a 57-year anniversary of the March on Washington in August. I don't know. We need to show up with our mask. Yeah, I don't know, but I feel like August is so far away. And I know it's not, but like, can we, I think there's a march this weekend, I think, right? Tomorrow in Washington, because the black mayor down there, she done painted Black Lives Matter on the street on the way to the White House. She done changed one of the street signs to Black Lives Matter. I just hope that we don't lose any momentum by August. You know what I mean? I want the pressure to stay on, and I want people to be real specific now in their demands about what it is that they want. So you want to defund the police, then be explicit about what is it that you want. If you want cops to be held accountable when they use excessive force or when they murder unarmed Black people, be very specific then and say what it is that you want. I think we got to really start now channeling this rage. People out there, all them protesters need to be registered to vote. And I know there are people that have issues about the whole voting thing and not feeling like it makes a difference and blah, blah, blah. I have my own issues with voting too. I vote in don't get it twisted. I vote in every election. But I hope everyone is registered and that they go out and they vote in not just the presidential election, but in the state and local elections. We need to get those DAs out of there that won't charge these cops. We need to get rid of these police commissioners and these judges and all of these other elected officials who are not standing up for us.
Yes, that's it. And those smaller ones, they're not publicized, they're not talked about. You know what? But those are the ones. It starts small. You know what I mean? That's going to directly affect you, and then that rolls all the way up. So yes, you got to be paying attention to that stuff. Seriously,
That's right.
that's it.
So I'm at Monique where she says, no, Marlo said, y'all looking beautiful, by the way. Thank you,
Thank you,
darling. And
Marlo.
then here come Monique. That's why Lynette has her powder brush to keep looking fabulous.
I'm trying to represent y'all. I mean, you know.
I mean, for those people that, have never seen me before, I don't want to look busted on there the first time you meeting me.
Exactly.
Amelia is in the UK. Hey, from the UK.
Hey, that's my girl right there now. That's my lady.
My university has petitions against it for mistreatment of Black students and tutors, and I had no idea. Mm-hmm.
Hey, that's what, and I got to get better at that. There's so much information out there, you know what I mean? Like, oof, Most of our, I'm sorry.
Lori said, "This is the first time you've noticed police saying what happened was wrong." I don't think I think I missed all those police who said that. I saw one Black cop saying it. I think maybe I saw one Black cop and one white cop, and that was it.
Because I'm telling you, because y'all, well, as we've seen, I mean, that's a brotherhood completely different from any other one. So it's like we just gonna be silent and not say anything. Where at the end of the day, I'm gonna need you to say something versus coming on Facebook and telling me and wanting me to like your post. Like I'm gonna need you to for real call out these people. And I guess to me, it all comes down to if you took an oath and you see someone not standing behind that oath, what we doing? You know what I mean? Like what we doing? And I'm sure it's not easy because at the end of the day, you see what happens with these whistleblowers and all these people who end up all this stuff going on. But I always come back to the fact that I'm sure Harriet Tubman didn't think her stuff was easy. You know what I mean? Like she didn't think what she was doing was easy, but she did it anyways. You know what I mean? Like it's not easy. This is deep. This runs so deep. Again, whenever you protest against racism, people feel like you're protesting against America. So it's not going to be easy. It's going to be tough, you know. But again, every voice, you know what I mean? Every voice.
Okay, so Monique said, companies trying to be woke with mixed race couples, but what have they been doing to contribute to our communities of color?
That's it.
I understand now.
I understand that 100%. Exactly. And I, you know what? I do want to say there is a lot of fake information out there, and you got to really dig deep to get. You really got to dig deep to get past it because I think with Sephora, I recently saw this one. You know, Sephora is doing something where you can donate or you can use your points to donate to it. So, you know, I looked at it and I was like, okay, I can do this. You know, I mean, I got a bunch of points. Let me go ahead and help. And then if you come to find out that, you know, it's only a portion of it and it's only this piece of it and you ain't real. And it's just like, oh, well.
Sephora is so freaking greedy.
Yes.
Oh my
yes.
God. I cannot with that company.
Yes. Yes.
So greedy. Oh.
Yes.
You see that new rewards program, right? Don't get me started.
But you got to dig, you know, you feel like you do. You got to do it. But I think that also comes down to just, again, how hard they want to make it for us to be able to make a change is what it comes down to. They just want to make it so hard.
Kate Oliphant. Hi, Kate. She says, I don't know either of you, but a friend recommended I tune in tonight. Thank you to your friend.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing your emotions and mindset, doing my best to learn and make a difference instead of being passive. I think we all are, you know, we're all trying to learn because I feel like I'm passive, you know, too. Like, I don't know. I think for me too, I work in an industry where I see on a day-to-day basis before the pandemic and I started working from home, how Black people are treated in the criminal justice system. Right. And at some point, I feel like I need to to separate and take a step back, because all day at work I deal with it, and then at home, and now you watch it on television and you read it, and it's just kind of like somewhere I have to say, okay, wait, I have to cut it right here so that I can breathe and
because you're in social services, right?
I'm in social services. Yeah,
I bet you do. And same with Marlo. I know Marlo deals with psychology, so I mean, I understand. I definitely understand.
Yeah, it's tough. And I guess I also want us to talk a little bit tonight too about what are we doing to take care of ourselves,
right?
Because this is a lot.
Yes.
And maybe Marlo can jump in on this with us, being a therapist and a professional in that arena. Like, what are we doing because there's something called secondary trauma, where we're being exposed in real time, right, to these traumas on a daily basis. And for those of us who watch a lot of TV and are just engulfed in it, and for those of us who have to take a step back from it, but what are we doing to take care of ourselves so that we can hold it together?
Yep.
What are you doing, T? What are you doing?
Girl, I'm telling you, like I said, I'm unplugging. I'm unplugging, and girl, I'm honestly doing just random stuff. Like I just be randomly trying to, build something from IKEA or DIY something ridiculous. Like the other day, I was like, you know what? I'm about to make my own poopery spray. And my husband was and I was like, I'm random, like literally random stuff is what I'm doing to take myself away from it, is what it is. So I got so many halfway projects in this house, like random. What are you doing, Miss Lynette?
Well, I've been doing a little more of this, which I'm not advocating, but I ain't gonna lie. And I don't normally watch television, and when I say television, I mean like TV shows and stuff like that. But I find like I've been plugging into Netflix and watching my Insecure and looking for movies and just trying to relax a little bit and take my mind. I watched a really trashy reality television, the 90 Day Fiancés and the Married to Medicine.
Right.
To get myself distracted, for a little while. So.
Exactly. Monique, how do I put this on? I'm streaming through StreamYard, so it's a little different. I don't know how to maneuver it. I tried to do some research on it before I came on here a couple days ago. So Monique, tell me how to put it on the live chat. Marlo, what's the suggestion? Is that what it was? I see it, Marlo. I see Monique's suggestion.
Marlo said even her Amazon Fire Stick has a comment saying they support Black Lives Matter.
I saw, I think it was an ABC Mouse that a message popped up that said in remembrance of George Floyd or something like that, they were like shutting down the whole thing.
Yeah, Nickelodeon also. Yeah.
Laddie Librarian says, is it Laddie? I'm sorry, please correct me. I started supporting
I think it's Lady.
Lady.
Is it Lady?
I'm sorry. I started supporting only Black-owned makeup brands in 2019. Yes.
So do you have it on live chat now?
Is it showing live?
Oh, no.
I don't have the option for it. Like I can click on it. I can click on an individual chat and bring it up.
Look, I just clicked on live comments. Do you see private chat and live comments? I just clicked on live comments and people's comments have come up.
Okay.
So do you have that option?
I don't have that option.
Oh.
But you can see the comments too?
How is it you? I have it. You don't have it.
It can be user error.
Okay.
I admit that 100%.
Okay. So, well, I can see the live chats now because I was looking on my phone. That's how I was following it. But now I can see it on screen. And I see Marlo. She said Monique is going to be a minute before she sees your suggestion.
See, that's what Marlo, see what I'm saying? See?
And a lot, I'm just going to say Anna Locke. As a Latinx, I am listening, and thank you for taking the time to do this. Well, thank you for tuning in, Anna.
Lori said 100%. If a brand is silent, then that's it, girl. That's it. That's it. And I'm gonna be honest, it's gonna be tough. Again, just like I said with that Armani, I have always wanted some Armani makeup, literally. And I can't.
I'm like, okay, girl, you actually sending it back. I was like, okay, you serious? You ain't doing this? Because I don't know. I would take the time to send it back now. I done got it. It's in the house. I took it out the box. I don't know.
Well, I'm sending it back, and then I can get my money back, and then I can go spend it on something I can come on here and talk to y'all about. Because I can't, you know what I mean? I can't talk about that now. I can't talk about it. Marlo agrees. Let's see. Monique, I'm glad I learned a lot of Black-owned makeup companies.
Monique, I'm going back in with the powder brush. Ooh.
That's it. Lynette get pretty. Lynette get pretty.
Trying to get this sweat off my face.
Patient says, I saw an Instagram post and it was a pic of a voter registration card and it said the new weapon. Yes, girl. And speaking, let me get on back to that. I apologize. I'm all over the place. Speaking of voting, I hope that this is the message people need, because I remember being at work when it was the whole Hillary Clinton and 45. And I remember Black folks coming up to me and saying, I ain't even voting. Oh, okay. All right. See, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. So you're right, Patience. Please, that can't be the mindset. That can't be the mindset, because when you don't vote, you might as well be just going for the other person. You know what I mean? Like, do you understand how many people are going to be coming out for 45? Do we understand how many people are going to be storming the gates to vote for 45? We got to be. We got to be on the other side.
Lord, please, God. That's the one thing I pray for before all else. Please, Father God, don't let this man, let his reign of terror be over this year, Lord. Please, God.
That's it.
And I'm not excited about Biden. And
True that.
Please, Lord Jesus, please don't let this man get another time. Please, God.
I was talking to my husband about it. I remember the night before. We went to bed before everything was in. And I remember going to bed and thinking, I mean, what we worried about? Ain't no way 45 gonna be, girl, that's ridiculous. Woke up. You see what happens. You see what happens when it's triggered. You'd be surprised what happens. So yes, voting is the new weapon. We gotta use it. I agree. That's it, Lady Librarian. Voting from the bottom up. Voting in your city and state affects you the most. Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
And Lipstick says, I think the pull up or shut up campaign is a start, but I hope that brands start showing us how they're considering Black people and darker skin tones when they create products.
That's it.
I agree. But I also want to see them hiring Black people in creative teams, on the executive boards, in the boardrooms, like the people making the decisions. Like, you know, I want to see some diversity from within.
Yes, that's exactly right.
Monique says she looking busted from the scalp up. Girl, have you seen my hair? Did you see my hair? Do you see this right here? But I didn't have time to do anything with it, but so here it is.
Let's see. Monique's Makeup says, I also taught my college students that local elections. Yep, exactly. Is there a list of brands supporting the movement? Lady Librarian, I actually just went on the Google and found it, but my girl Amelia actually has a list of brands. She has a list of brands that spoke out, and then I also was able to find a list of brands that are actually literally donating and supporting to the Black Lives Movement. So I will make sure that I put that link in the description box.
Evelyn was here and she had to go back to work. Sorry, we missed you, Evelyn. Thank you for coming. And Legal and Lipstick says, which I did not know, so thank you. You could check out the @Pull Up for Change IG page. It's a campaign that was started by the owner of Oma Beauty, love their lipsticks, to get brands to publicize how many Black people they employ.
Right. There you go. That's it.
That's what I want to see. Do you hire Black folks?
Yes, exactly. Or are you just using us for our dollars?
Well, now we already know. We already know.
Lori said, I saw a lot of them on social media. You have to understand, just for them to speak against their brothers in blue is big. I agree. I agree. One police officer lost his job. 100. I hear you, Lori. I definitely do.
The black dollar is strong, though. Okay. And I mean, call me pessimistic and a cynic, but the bottom line is the bottom line. And if we were to take our black dollars elsewhere, a lot of these brands wouldn't make it. So I think for their bottom line, it behooves them to want to say something in support of us, because we spend a whole lot of money on their products. I just wish that Black people understood the power that we hold. And I know on a day-to-day basis, we're hit over the head with how powerless we are. But and if we were to exercise our economic power, I mean, when you think about it, why were we allowed to sit anywhere on the bus? And it's not because they said, you know what, we're wrong. Black people should be able to sit anywhere else just like we do. No, it was because Black people boycotted the buses. They stopped riding the bus. And guess who made up the majority of the ridership on the buses? Black folks. And when we stopped riding it and boycotting them for our civil rights, they were going to fold. That's why they decided to go ahead and be like, okay, we got to do something. We got to do something. Really. That's it. Don't believe the hype. It was about the dollar.
That's it. That is it. Lady Librarian. Okay, Legal and Lipstick says, for makeup companies, check out the, did you already read this? Pull Up for Change IG page?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lori says,
Lori, you know what? I got 3,900 points with Sephora.
Oh, no, I thought I had.
I got 39 points, and I feel like, I'm never going to catch one of those daggone $2,500, $100 point perks. I got it one time. I don't think I'm ever going to catch it again. And I feel like I might as well just go ahead and give them my 500 points. I get my $10. They got one now, 1,500, you can get $30 or whatever. I'm like, because I'm going to die with these points because we don't have anything that I want.
That's it. That's it. But I do agree, Lori. Don't use, if you thought you were doing something good like your girl did and using your points to donate, just bypass Sephora and just donate to them straight up. Don't give Sephora that check mark. Yeah. You just go around them and go do it yourself. Seriously.
And I've supported 2 campaigns. I think his name is Harrison. Oh, and I forget what state he's running in. But he's running against one of them old hard-time racist white guys in the Senate right now.
I'm sorry, can you be more specific?
Exactly. There's so many. But he's like neck and neck with him. So I donated to his campaign. And then there's somebody else's campaign. So it's like we gotta get these people out of office. We have to get Mitch McConnell and all of them out. They must all go with Trump. So we gotta do what we can. Vote, register. We gotta do what we can.
That's it. That's exactly right. Okay, I think I'm gonna come up.
So Portia says she was afraid to protest because I'm in the process of immigrating in Canada, but I realized that it was my white privilege to decide not to protest. So I've been going to the protest daily. Well, you go ahead, girlfriend. You go ahead. But I understand about your immigration status and you not protesting for that reason. I totally get it because you don't want to get yourself hung up.
That's it.
So, although are you immigrating from Canada to here? Because do you want to come here?
Y'all, what was that post that said, I bet Canada thinks they're in the apartment above the meth house?
Well, thank you, Portia. Thank you for being out there.
Okay, let me go back. Man, I'm sorry. Look, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm terrible at trying to talk and moderate at the same time. Okay.
Lady says I'm almost 60, and sometimes I wonder who would listen to old black women. a lot of people would listen. I mean, you are the people who should be talking because you have so much history. You've seen so much. You've lived through so much. You are the keepers of the history. And we need that. We need to know this history so that we don't repeat things and that we understand how far we've come and how much we've done to get to where we are right now. So yes, 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 you are valuable.
Hey, where am I?
Your voice is valuable, lady librarian. Amelia is signing out. Thank you for sharing this live. Good night. Sending all of you in the comments love. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for coming.
Oh, and there were some of these like skincare, Black-owned skincare brands that I did not know was owned by Black people. So
Yep.
I'm in education right now.
And even on like workout gear and all that kind of stuff. I was like, okay, yes, thank you. Yes.
We can put the Asian beauty supply out of business if we go natural and drop wigs and weaves. I'm talking bankrupt. Well, yeah, I was thinking about getting into wigs actually. Esther Godfrey is here. Okay, girlfriend, thanks for joining us. There will be a no buy blackout day next week. I think, is that the 7th? Is that I think that's the 7th. Is it the 7th?
Yep.
Yeah, so we can speak with our dollars.
Exactly. Lori says, I've been reading my word more also to be able to put some more positive information in my spirit. I hear you, girl. I hear you. And that's, yes, ma'am. Yes, I agree with you 100%.
Oh, okay, so Portia is an American in Canada. Okay, gotcha. I'm all over the comments, T.
Okay, thank you.
I was going. No, I mean, I was going in order, and now I'm like all over the place. I'm reading comments from down here, from up there, so they're not in. I'm not reading them in any order at this point.
Okay. Just in a minute.
Well, somebody said, Monique said she can't wait for me and Lori's life to get our palettes so we can do our look. So I'm guessing, Monique, you're talking about the Pat McGrath Divine Rose 2 palette. Because Monique got hers, and I still haven't gotten a shipping notice for mine. So, okay, I see where you're at, T. All right, I think I'm in the same place in the comments you're at.
Okay.
Folks, be patient with us.
Y'all know y'all love us. I mean, we good at some things, not good at others. I own it. I own it. Judy says that's how I ended up in office. Voting. Yes, girl. Yes, yes, yes.
You should have seen us trying to figure out how to do this before we got online today. Yes.
It was almost like, you remember when like your grandma was like, I don't know how to do this. That's how we were. Grandma. That's how we were. For anyone. Lady Librarian said, I decided I would vote for anyone just to get the little orange fella out.
I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you.
I feel like saying, literally, you'd be hard pressed. Biden would really have to come out with some stuff. Like he would, I mean, we would have to. Yes, agree. Agree. Legal and Lipstick says we have the Supreme Court to worry about too. They have the ability to render decisions that will affect generations even beyond the presidency. Yes, ma'am. And is it the Supreme Court? Which one of them doesn't have, you can be in that seat forever? Is it the
Supreme Court?
You don't have a term. That's what I'm looking for.
Right. That's why, and I saw somebody in the comments said something about RBG, and I'm like, we need her to hold on. Lord, we need her to hold on, at least until this guy's out of office, because we're already in trouble. They don't already put all these conservatives Don't even get me started with the way they did Obama and his Supreme Court pick. Don't even get me started.
Exactly.
Oh Lord, I'm about to get depressed all over again.
I understand.
Oh.
These Black brands with horrible customer service. Lori, I hear you, girl. I'm sorry. I think I mumbled that versus saying it out loud. Lori said, by the way, I'm not giving my dollars to these Black brands with horrible customer service.
Yeah. Yeah.
Monique, we can put the Asian. Okay, you've already read that one. Cheery says, trying to get unity from the Black community as in the 60s is going to be hella difficult. Yes, ma'am, it is. Yes, it is.
Monique, yes. Running against Lindsey Graham in South Carolina. Yes. Yes. Patience. That's who I was talking about. Harrison. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Carolina said she has to go. And now I lost my place. Okay, Carolina.
Oh, thank you, Carolina. And
Thank you, Carolina.
You want to try to get me into Canada, girl?
Okay. Me too. A suitcase.
Monique says, Juvia's Place customer service is a lot better now than when they first came out. Okay. All right. Do you want? Okay. Lynette, I know Juvia's Place is your brand. I know. But I'm gonna just say when I saw that Jeffree Star for Juvia's Place, I had to side eye.
No, I'm with you. I
know Jeffree Star bringing the dollars. I get it. I get it. But I was like, oh, okay.
I'm with you. No. I gave him the side eye too.
I know, but
I gave him the
but I do think that whole thing with her checking people in comments and that going bad, and people being aware of how she was acting, I think maybe put her in check, you know what I mean?
So unprofessional. Oh my God.
Realize, okay, girl, you a bigger brand now. We won't need you to start acting like a little bit better. Like you ain't, we need you to do it. So I'm glad to hear she's improved or the customer service has improved. Or she said, I've lived in Canada for 5 years now. I moved here.
From Jersey? You from New Jersey?
That's what I'm talking about, girl. Google Black-owned makeup brands. Yep, that's yep.
Oh, okay. So Lori
says she's still not messing with Juvia's Place.
And then Patience says she saw the 5-minute test live from earlier. You two were too funny. I was hoping no one would see that, Patience. I was please delete it. Please hurry and delete it.
Behind the scenes, Patience. I lost my place. I was doing so good. Okay, Monique says, I understand, Lori, and I won't pressure you. Supreme and federal courts. Oops.
JP isn't the only Black brand on my no list. Oh, Lord. Oh, no.
Monique asked the question I was about to ask. Who else, girl? Celeste says, I don't.
What's up, girl?
Okay. I don't feel safe protesting, but I signed petitions and donated directly to the family on GoFundMe. Yes, ma'am. I don't have any social media accounts except Pinterest where I shared the GoFundMe and information. Thank you, ma'am. Yes. And I agree. And I know y'all, you can throw the stone at me. You can be like, but T, I feel very uncomfortable protesting. I really do. Because again, something go down, I'm going to be the last one. Like, seriously, I'm going to be the last one, you know. I got a family and all this kind of stuff, so I have to use other means. So I hear you, Celeste. I do.
Star, you said, wait, what? To what? What were you reacting to? Rico S is a Dutch guy. Oh Lord, I lost my place.
I know.
Okay. I am really shocked about what I have seen on TV, what is happening in America. I hope this movement and response of the public is the moment history changes for the better. Me too, Rico. Me too.
I agree. I agree. Lady Librarian says it's important to understand that many Black-owned brands are one-person show. You right. They might not have the privilege of angel investors to hire people, etc. I do believe they would get better. That's fair. That's fair, girl. And that's why I try to be patient when I order stuff, and it be taking all day. I try to be patient because the first thing I want to think of is why is this taking so long? So you right. And also to that same point, we also got to be okay with spending a little bit more money because of that. You know what I mean? Like we got to be okay, spend a little bit more on a palette, spend a little bit more on them single eyeshadows because they're small, I mean, everything, the cost is so much more for them. So you're right, because I'm bad about being like, what? Clarity Cosmetics, I love them, but they had a palette and it was like $45. And I was like, but you're right. Lady, you're right.
And also, speaking about palettes, Peachy D, just Peachy D,
Right.
palette now on her website. So after this is over, I'm gonna have to write this down so I remember to put stuff in my description box. But that's Peachy D. She has a channel here on YouTube. She just debuted her first palette, and it looks beautiful. And the eye look she did for it is everything. So
all our favorite things, right?
Yeah.
All our favorite things. It was beautiful. Yes, let's support our sister. Yes. Pete's 96. My issue with Juvia's Place is them no longer posting ingredients to most of their products.
That's a problem.
On Ulta. Ooh, that seems kind of shady, don't it?
So I guess a star was reacting to legal and lipstick, saying all federal court appointments are for life.
Ooh.
Almost 200 federal judges have been appointed. Oh my God, they're for life? I did not know that.
Rico says what happening in America now is wrong, and I hope the goals of the movement are reached. I hope so too. I hope so too.
Oh, a star was saying wait to the Jeffree Star thing. Okay, I still don't understand.
Lori said you can't roll with Jeffree Star and say you're down with this, period.
And I don't know, Lori, if you heard what I was saying earlier. I don't know if people were here yet. I was talking to T about a young YouTuber, beauty YouTuber who I follow, who posted today about, she's not going to be reviewing products from brands who have not spoken up during this whole time. But while she's talking, I was distracted because she had a big old Jeffree Star palette posted on her wall and all of his mirrors on her wall. So I left her a comment, of course, respectful and not angry or anything because I wasn't, but I'm just genuinely curious. I'm like, how do you reconcile your feelings and support for the Black Lives Movement, but you support Jeffree Star?
Right.
Brand. So
exactly.
I don't know. I might be getting a lot of hate thrown my way. I don't know, but we'll see.
I'll tell you what, on the Jeffree Star, the many MUAs, on all of that, I will accept that heat. You will not see them on my channel. Heard. You just will not see them on my channel.
Mine either.
Will not see it. Monique says we saw the test. Look, Monique. Delete that. Do a test run. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know that. Legal lipstick. Lord, are you talking about Jeff Rachel's? Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Lori said, is it Uoma? It's the first brand that I'm actually sending.
Why?
Girl, now everybody been talking about them. Tell me, please. Let me know.
You must not have tried the lipsticks if you're sending stuff back. Because them lipsticks are a keeper.
I was about to say, didn't Lynette just do a swatch video? Okay, Monique said, I did is it Uoma? Is it Oma products because I don't believe she's actually Black owned. Oh,
really?
Now I can see that because that was the same thing with what was it, Black Up?
Well, yeah, apparently they stole that man's brand from him. That's why I never purchased from them, and they too damn high. But that's why I didn't purchase from them.
See, I was doing good, and I lost my place again.
I picked it up. You left it. Oh wait, it just jumped. Oh, okay.
She's black owned. Okay. Lori says yes, and JS is how we refer to him, is always problematic when it comes to black women. Yes. I really just yes, and I really just don't stand for his brand, period. Like what he about, I did period. You know what I mean? Like seriously, I agree 100%, Lori. Patient says I ordered something from
a black owned brand
on April 21st. I still have not got it. Girl, I hear you, girl.
Are you talking about Pat McGrath's Patience? Because she's
Yes.
still posting, and I haven't even gotten a shipping email for my Divine True Rose salad, and I'm kind of starting to feel a little salty. I'm about to email her and be like, "What's going on?"
Well, and I'm telling you, I returned something to her, and I mean, it took a good 3 weeks. I had to reach out to them and say I sent something back, and then I got my refund in the email the next day. So it's like, come on now, and she ain't small, so I don't even know what the excuse is on that one. Like I cannot lend any type of anything on that one. You big girl, you real big.
I
You
have
real
to say, right up until this experience and not getting my shipping email, I have had, and I'm knocking on wood, I have had nothing but good experience buying from that brand, interacting with customer service. We'll see how it goes after this, but I've never had an issue with them. I forgot to use the 10% discount code because I was in such a rush and frenzy to buy this damn palette before it sold out. That I forgot to use my code, and I emailed them and asked them if they would refund the 10%, and they did immediately. So now can I just get my palette?
Okay, so everybody who complained about Pat McGrath, remember there's one person, Lynette.
I haven't got my palette yet, though. So let's wait and see.
Yes. Lady Librarian says yes, the Republican Congress would not let President Obama appoint federal judges. Yes, girl. And we wonder why he couldn't get things done. Right?
They wouldn't allow him to appoint his Supreme Court justice either.
That is it.
Those men are so evil. Oh, God, they're so evil.
Yes. Yes. Lori said, girl, what if unsubscribed from her channel? Well, I'm trying to tell you, I have become a pro at unfollow, block, and unfriend. It is now a sport. It is now a sport. And half the time, to be honest, like I told you in the beginning, it's just my circle. Like I just need to get a new circle. But like I said, I mean, it's a relief. You know what I mean? It's like that's the beauty of social media. You can end a friendship and end a relationship that easily. Period. Period.
Star wants to know what I'm drinking. Girl, I'm drinking the Smirnoff Ice. You know, you're familiar with that because we have shared them. I went and bought me, it's been that kind of week. I went to the supermarket Wednesday and I bought me a thing of Smirnoff because I'm running through my coconut vodka a little too quickly. And I don't feel like making cocktails because I make my own cocktails. And I said, you know what? I can just put this in the refrigerator and just so.
Yep, exactly. Pete's 96. Why not Manny MUA? For the same reason, girl. For the same reason. And he's a nasty person, period.
I don't really care for him either.
And I don't care for, who was it? Kathleen Lights. And I don't care for any of them because Kathleen Lights feels the need to use the N word, like, what I mean? Like she rapping. So that's what we saying on that one. So I'm telling you. And I feel like that is the beauty of now. The beauty of now is all this would have been behind closed doors. You know what I mean? Like all of this would have been behind closed doors. We would have never known it. We would have just saw their representatives, right? Constantly. And so now it's like, okay, yeah, you want to step into the light, watch what you say at the parties. Watch what you say at the parties.
So Legal and Lipstick, she says, and I don't support content creators who support Jeff racial slur either. And I totally agree with you. But I also, there are other YouTubers, Black YouTubers here that I'm friendly with.
Yep.
That do still buy makeup from him. And of course, I want to support them, because we're YouTube buddies. So I watch the videos and everything.
Yep.
But Yeah, that's a hard one because I don't generally like to support people that support him either. So that's a hard one. And I mean, for me, it's like, as a Black person, woman, how could you support his brand? But then there are people, and they will say, you know what, it's just makeup. It's not, I ain't nothing to do with that. It's just makeup. But for me, it's hard to separate the two.
Yeah.
But, you know,
and I think at this point, I agree with you 100%. Several come to mind real quick, honestly, and I just don't watch the videos. You know what I mean? I just don't watch that particular video.
Right.
That, you know, same thing with Kat Von D, you know, which I wish I would have known about her a lot sooner, but that's
me too.
But I don't support Kat Von D, and you know her products be on Sephora sale page at like absolutely nada, and I'm like, girl, nope, not at all. So it's the same thing. If someone else, you know, I just try not to watch that, and that actually brings up a topic that Lori had brought up on hers was, you know, if we're not supporting these brands that we know either supported 45 or haven't spoke out or whatever it is, what do we do about their not so much sister companies, or what do we do about their smaller companies that are underneath the umbrella, you know? Because at the end of the day, yes, they are a separate company, but part of those proceeds go back to the mothership, you know?
It's hard. I mean, if you start thinking about all the brands you're going to boycott, there wouldn't be very much for you to buy, you know? So it's difficult, and we're humans, so we're not perfect, and there's going to be some contradictions, and you know, but I'm like you, T. Like, I support my fellow YouTubers, but like if they do a dedicated video for like a JS palette or something, I just don't watch that.
I just don't watch it. Yeah, I just don't watch it. Lady Librarian says, I just received my first order from Oma Beauty, foundation and the lipstick.
Please let us know how you like the lipstick, because I'm a big lipstick, Oma Beauty lipstick supporter. So please.
Y'all see that video she did when she bought 10? Was it 10 or 20? It was like every.
Okay, that was Pat McGrath's lip gloss. The Oma was just four.
Patience says, or how about experience? I know her as Patience. Said Jeffree Star wants to be a Black woman. Who don't, girl? You know what I'm saying?
All the Kardashians, everybody want to be Black. Okay.
I mean, seriously. I have Miss Lady Librarian says, I have only ordered once from Pat and didn't have any issues. Okay. And I mean, my issues were the one I had with her, I would have had with anybody else. You know what I mean? So I'm definitely trying to be fair about that. Pat prices just be making me not want to. I mean, that's just what it come down to.
Yeah, she expensive, that's for sure. She's expensive. She's expensive.
T Studio X 200 views. We got 200 views. What?
No, I don't know who that is.
Okay, Pete's 96. They refunded me too. Mine just shipped today. Okay. Monique says I paid $125 total for the Pat McGrath palette. See, Monique, that 120, that 125 just, I mean, just rolls over me just in a bad. I just.
Well, you know what? You should try one of her 6-pan palettes when they go on sale, because you know she went up $10 on that price.
Okay.
But that's a really good value. Now, you're not going to get the special shades in it, but you will get a little taste of the matte. You get a little taste of the metallics, and at a really good, I think, a really good price.
Okay.
And you try them and see what you think. And before you know it, you'll be forking over that $120 some damn dollars for a palette.
No, I'm just gonna live through you. That's just what I'm gonna do. I'm be like, you know what? I really want this palette. Let me just wait for Lynette to come out with a video, and I'll just close my eyes and I will just be with her because Lori too.
Because you might get addicted, girl. Let me tell you, don't do it then. Because I'm telling you, you try one and you might just be like, It's like a tattoo. You get one and you're like, oh.
See? Astor says, I have no complaints with Pat McGrath either. She's been good to me. Fair enough.
Everyone, please remember to like the chat. Yay! Pete's 96.
Oh, yes,
What's up,
definitely.
girlfriend?
Definitely. Thank you.
Lori
Monique,
says, I'm always here for PML. Girl, me
see,
too. Me too.
Monique says, I don't support
She has
anybody.
no complaints with Pat McGrath either. She been good to me. Oh, you read that one. Okay. Yeah.
Monique says, I don't support anybody, including Black people that support Jeffree Star. Pete said, I struggle with that. I don't understand the it's just makeup line. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. Aster says, note, when you support someone's brand, you are putting money in their pockets. True that. True that. Yes, that Kat Von D. Lala was the one that told me about that. I wish I would have known a lot, child. Whew.
Yeah.
She was crazy, and I was okay with the crazy. I was like, you know what? I saw her on Miami Ink, so I already knew. You know what I mean? She was a little bit cray cray, but the Cotton Fields was like, okay, girl, okay.
Okay. Yeah, that did it for me too. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because I had heard, only recently had I heard about the anti-Semitic thing.
Mm-hmm.
But, it was like, oh, well, she did, she didn't. But then when I saw with my own eyes, the Cottonfield thing, that was a wrap. So
Yes.
my question is, now that she's no longer affiliated with the brand, supposedly, it's KVD Vegan Beauty. Are we purchasing now from KVD Beauty?
I'm not. I feel like Kat Von D is just almost as bad as what that girl's name was. Jaclyn Hill. She just keep trying to step away and step away and step away, just like she did with Jeffree Star, just like she did all these other times. Like when something get dirty, stuff get rough, she just be like, "No, it's not me, it's them," and it's just like, I mean,
She's no longer part of the brand, allegedly.
but wasn't it her brand?
Well, apparently, I guess Kendo owned the brand. Like Kendo owns Fenty Beauty.
Mm-hmm.
So she supposedly sold her shares. Her shares of it, she sold to them, and she's no longer associated with the brand. Which means if we were to purchase from her, she wouldn't be getting any of our dollars.
Mm-hmm.
Allegedly.
I had to think on that one. I'm gonna what is it? I'm gonna put that in the parking lot, and
I mean, I wish they would just call it something else, just to do a whole rebranding, call it something else, because even them keeping the KVD, I'm like,
right,
but
exactly.
supposedly, allegedly, she's no longer associated with it.
Monique said, "You're gonna support your white pastor if he used the N word in his sermon." Thank you. You know what? Put it out there for us, girl. Put it out there. Lady Library, it's not just makeup. It's your money going to support someone that doesn't support you.
Right.
Not what you're going to do with that money. You know what I mean? Yeah. Lori agrees. I just don't watch those videos, but I watch everything else. I agree. I watch the other videos. Okay. Me
neither. And actually, two people that I watch, Tara Babies and Lauren, is it Laura Holcroft? She's British. And they had asked, well, not Laura, not Holcroft, but Tara Babies had asked, because she buys their stuff, and she always, every Saturday, she does a haul video. That's all she does, haul videos. And she had asked her audience, like, people ask me about Jeffree Star and how come I don't feature him and blah, blah, blah. So I want to know, how do you guys feel about his products and if I should do videos or not? And I guess the majority of people, and I commented too, I was like, I don't watch any videos featuring his product, but thanks for asking.
Right.
I guess the majority of people were like, no, we're not with it. So I have not seen her do any Jeffree Star on her channel, but I know she
Yeah.
So
yeah, and that's how I responded. I was like, Miss Jackie, I got mad love for you, so I will support you. But you know how I feel about it. I'm not getting down with him. So yeah, I agree. And and what makes me so mad is I'll be looking at a palette. I'm like, oh, that's a gorgeous palette, and then I'll see that little star, and I'm like,
thankfully, he hasn't really come out with anything I'm interested in. So it hasn't been hard for me at all, tempting, or not that I would ever buy, but it hasn't even been tempting, because like that conspiracy palette that alien palette was the ugliest thing I've ever seen. And then that conspiracy palette was number 2 of ugly on the ugly list. So no, thank you.
Oh, but I mean, Lori, I think we're going back with Miss Lori too. That how do we deal with the brands underneath the mamas, with the kids? Because I think I just read it. Estee Lauder contributed to 45, and Estee Lauder owns a whole mess of folks.
They sure do.
Folks.
They sure do.
So how are we navigating? How are we navigating through that? Because when I saw that one, I was like, really, Estee Lauder? Really?
So, Star wants to know, what is the cotton field story?
She posted. What was it? Do you remember what the actual product was? I don't remember what the actual product was.
I remember it. It was the tattoo liner.
That's what it was. And in the back was a cotton field, and it said,
It was blurred.
"Work is hard," or
let us do the work.
Yes.
For you. Let us do the hard work for you.
That's what it was.
So it was a hand holding her tattoo liner in front of a blurred picture of a cotton field. But even I was like, is that a cotton field? Why is there a cotton field? And then when I read the tagline, let our liner do the hard work for you, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, she never saw another dime of my money after that.
No, she did not. No, she did not. And that's what I'm saying. Even though she is disconnected, y'all know she's still getting some kickback. You know she's still getting some kickback. Because there had to be, it's hard for me to imagine that she just walked away and said, I don't want
to. She sold her shares, so she got money. She walked away with money.
Get some royalties. She's still getting something. I'll tell you, I feel like hers is a publicity stunt. She just didn't. She saw sales going down. She saw all her products were on sale at Sephora for like $10, and she was like, I got to do something.
No, I think Kendo saw that her brand was dead and they weren't making any more money off of it. So they were like, homegirl, you got to go. Yep. And so she stole her shares, and now they're trying to sell off the rest of it when they're rich enough where they could just eat it, throw it in the trash, rebrand the whole daggone thing, and try again, start over.
Yeah.
And I'm with you, Pete. The thing about Kat Von D that bugs me is that most people boycotted over the anti-vaccine, but they were cool with the links to anti-Semitism. And that's exactly right.
I agree with that. They was bad in the chickenpox shop, but they was okay with the cotton field. I would agree with that.
That's right.
100%. Yes. Marlo says, I know, I can't believe I'm about to buy the Pat McGrath palette. Marlo, who are you?
I don't believe it either.
Who are you, Marlo? Who are you? I mean, first you're doing Charlotte Tilbury. Then who are you, Marlo? Who are you? Look at Monique fanning the flames. It's beautiful, girl. It's beautiful. Get it. Lori, join the family. Don't get away from me. I don't know. He made it coffins full of blood sugar in my. No, you don't, girl. No, you don't. Lori said they own a few of my favorite brands. Estee Lauder, they own
everybody.
Yes. She lost her damn mind. I still can't believe she did that.
Yes, she did. I
tell you, they true colors. Recognize it. I'm still trying to figure out what was the PR like when y'all was sitting in the room and somebody was showing you the PR for that. What? Okay.
They're like, ooh, yeah, I love it. Yeah.
Astor says, that's what I'm saying. She's getting kicked back. That's what I'm saying. Oh, see. Okay.
Don't encourage her, T. I know her. Don't encourage her. I know her. Don't encourage her.
Monique said, does it count if I bought the Kat Von D Banana Power? Lori said, yeah, she walked away with a lot of money.
Yeah.
Well, the publicity stunt is not working. They need to completely be
banned. They do.
That's it. Okay, T, with her conspiracy theories. Lori, now.
Tom Ford. I can't get into Tom Ford. He's just too expensive for me. I'm sorry. I'm not paying $88 for a quad. Oh, Lord. I mean, it's bad enough I paid $65 for Pat's quad, but $88? Mm.
And I mean, I'm telling you, I love watching Kelsey Brianna J. And Lori just did a video, and I loved looking at those colors and all that kind of stuff. But I feel like at some point in time, you just taking me for my money. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like at one point in time, you just being like, I feel like it's almost that picture with Michael Jordan when he's laughing because we kept buying the same shoe. I feel like it's the same thing. Like, they sitting there like, let's just throw $100 on it. You know what? Let's just keep raising the price. They gonna. I can't do it, y'all. But Monique, maybe if it's at Marshall's, I feel you, girl. So maybe we'll have to go in there. But I just, I love watching y'all do looks with it, though. I love watching y'all do looks with those palettes. But, Monique said, remember, there weren't any. That's exactly the point. That's exactly the point.
They don't hire anyone. So, look, don't get me started. Don't get me started. Patience said, I bought a palette a while back, but just got the liner. I didn't know, for real. It's okay, Patience.
Monique, what I tell y'all about that? Thank you, Monique. I said I don't be getting down with Charlotte. I don't be getting down with Charlotte.
You know what? I don't get down with Charlotte either. But I have to say, this bronzer looks very nice.
I know. That's, you know what? I knew he was about to say that because you know what? Because Marla said it and Lori said it. That's what I'm talking about. I know. But here's my thing, y'all. It's just like who was it? Benefit Cosmetics. And when they finally put out a bronzer that was finally our shade, we flocked to it. Why we gotta finally, y'all?
I didn't. I have yet to touch that Hula bronzer because it took you how many years to come out with a shade for us? Y'all. I'm not paying $52 for your bronzer either.
That you decided to finally throw away. You know what I mean? Like,
but it does look pretty. I'm just saying.
Nicholas, race wars are just stupid. Agreed.
Hi, Nicholas.
Lady Librarian. Sorry, I just keep wanting to throw that on there. My bad. I promise, my bad. I have a hard time supporting non-Black luxury brands because I remember when they had nothing. You remember when it was just very light, tan. You know what I mean? Like, girl, I hear you.
I had to stop following Wayne Goss for a while there because for a while it was just the Charlotte Tilbury commercial, promotional. Every video he did was Charlotte Tilbury this, Charlotte Tilbury that. I was like, I'm not buying Charlotte Tilbury, so I'm tired of hearing how wonderful her products are, and unsubscribed. So after he changed up a little bit, I went back, but he started that again. I'm gonna unsubscribe again. No.
Yeah, and I think, I miss when Wayne did his videos teaching us. Because that's what I went to him for. I didn't go, and you got to pay the bills. I understand. You got to pay the bills. So I'm trying not to be judgmental from that perspective, because I wish some brands was paying my bills. But I miss the teaching. That's why I miss the teaching. When he comes out with these swatch videos and he come out with this is the best thing ever, and he comes out with this, I'm like, Wayne, I'm gonna need you to be like how to cover your dark circles, how this is what I'm gonna need you to do. You know what I mean? But from the book of Tatika, I get it. You gotta pay the bills, but I'm like, Wayne, Pete's 96. Tom Ford is definitely not your aesthetic. The pigmentation,
he's definitely not.
Yeah,
he's definitely not.
You know how she is. You know how she is.
Monique said no buts, Lynette. No buts.
Lori, stop talking about that bronzer. I don't want to hear it. I'm not even reading your comments. I'm not.
She's got the bronzer and the quad bundle.
I'm not doing it.
Monique, the Morphe and the makeup, that makeup revolution.
That makeup revolution.
Back in stock though, man. I will definitely pick up 2 shades. But
did you see their Hourglass dupes that they got out now?
No.
Oh,
what, the new bronzers?
It looks like you know how Hourglass has a little 3. The 3 one, well, Makeup Revolution has their dupe versions of it, and they got some pretty shades. They really do.
Highlighters?
Y'all know I don't highlight though. That's why I can't be buying it, because your girl don't highlight, but it's pretty.
I'm not into highlighters like that. I got my 2 Becca, one for summer, one for winter, and I'm good.
I'm messing with that.
I'm good.
Legal and Lipstick said, makeup, oh yes, Mark, black people straightening their hair is appropriation of white culture. Jacobs can especially keep.
Yes, legal. That is why I don't F with Marc Jacobs. And he's got an eyeliner that is fantastic. But I cannot buy from him. When he put the models on the runway with all the white women with the faux locks, and I'm like, why didn't you just put black models? How about that? That would have been easy, right? And he made that statement. That's why I do not support him.
That's it.
No,
Kimberly said Wayne has to become a beauty. Thank you, girl. That's what I'm saying. Like every time I see a video, I'm like, I'm not even worrying about that. Like I'm gonna keep it pushing. Like I don't have time for that. Teach me, Wayne. Teach me. Exactly. He doesn't even apply the products anymore. Exactly. And yeah, exactly. That's all I'm gonna say about that's all I'm gonna say about that one. Monique said, I ain't buying no Sonia G brushes either, Lori and Annette. My coastal BH Cosmetic brush is gonna have to do. Now BH Cosmetics. I mean, I'm still using my polka dot set from BH Cosmetics to this day. I mean, I haven't put the barrels back together, but I mean,
they make some nice brushes, but they don't hold the okay.
Once you get to Sonia G, yeah, I agree, and I'd actually say Sonia G over Wayne Goss, to be honest.
Me too.
Yes.
Me too. Her brushes are the bomb. Okay.
Yeah.
You are the bomb. Okay.
I would agree with that. But I hear you, Monique. I hear you. See, this time I'm doing good, then I mess up.
You know, it jumps because you go down and it goes, the whole thing goes up, and then you got to start all over again.
Jeffree Star owned part of Morphe. Does he still own part of Morphe? Although I don't get down with Morphe, so it's fine.
Me neither. It's fine.
It's okay. It's all right. Monique said,
I have to buy my P. Louise base from Morphe because I couldn't. The only other place that seems to sell it is P. Louise. And I'm not trying to ship from England.
How you feel about that shipping, Lynette?
Okay. Oh, by the way, Monique, I got my extra spicy palette from Give Me Glow.
I want you to do that. Yeah, I want you to do something with that. I love watching your Give Me Glow videos.
I'm gonna try tomorrow.
Makeup. I said ordered. Monique said I ordered 2 shades of the Makeup Revolution bronzers. They look so good.
I plan to do the same when they get back in stock.
I agree. Legal and Lipstick said Makeup Revolution came through with that bronzer rage. Agree. And it's pretty. Like it's so pretty. Everything from the packaging and everything is just so pretty. I can't be messing with some of their eyeshadow, all of their eyeshadow, but yes, I agree with that one.
I got one palette from them. It was the dupe to the Anastasia Beverly Hills Subculture palette. And if it didn't take me a half an hour to blend them, to build up those shades, and then they faded after 2 minutes, I was like, I'm done. No.
Skin just ate it up. Is there fragrance in the bronzers? It's 96.
Oh, because I can't do fragrance either.
I can't. My skin is aging, y'all. I can't.
Mine will break out.
Lady Librarian, I used to buy Clinique back in the day, and I still purchase non-black drugstore makeup from time to time because, except for Black Opal and the Lip Bar, I haven't found any black-owned drugstore brands. Are there any black-owned drugstore brands?
And it's hard for me to find black drugstore brands in my drugstore. And when I find even the drugstore makeup in my drugstore, recently they got rid of all the dark shades.
Yep.
So now it goes to beige and that's it. I'm like,
you might get a tan, and that's about. Yep. Monique says, I didn't even know Marc Jacobs said that.
Yes, he did. And that's why I do not purchase from him.
Lady Librarian said, I don't watch Wayne Goss anymore. I agree with you, girl. Like it's a rarity. You know what I mean? It's an absolute rarity for me to actually watch him. Because again, I'm like, yeah. Monique's Makeup Black Radiant. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Find Black Radiance.
I forgot. Yeah, I can't buy mine local. I have to order online because it's not anywhere around me. But they do have some pretty. I like to use their powder foundation to bronze. It's beautiful. Now Miss Jackie can get her hands on some Black Radiance, and she's always talking about them. So thank you for that, Monique. I forgot. Thank you, Lori. Stop pushing products.
What's on your G brushes will change your life, Monique.
Monique, legal says if you look it up, the whole situation should pop up. Okay, thank you, ma'am. I'm gonna have to look that up myself too. Jeffree Star doesn't own Morphe. He owns share of the company like a lot of people. I'm sure they do. Y'all know Morphe. Y'all know Morphe. Y'all know. Monique says, isn't the extra spicy gorgeous? I think she's talking to you, Miss Lynette.
It is. Yeah. And I just used today, actually, I used the, because, I just got some palettes in. And I used the grunge palette from them today. And I didn't need this palette, and I regret buying it. You'll see that in another I regret buying palettes video. But this one, and I used these two shimmers. Oh my gosh.
Beautiful.
Like liquid metal. Yeah. You don't have to wet them, nothing. Gorgeous.
Yeah, but give me, man, I'm telling you, they shipping.
I know. I don't like to pay the $5 to $8. I need her to give me some PR. Okay,
that's it.
I hard for this brand, and I need her to throw your girl some product.
I will support you. Let me send them. That's okay. Thank you for mentioning that. Really quick. That's another thing I want to bring up really quick. We got to support our sisters, y'all. The reason why all these other brands get this PR or these other people get this PR is because these people are tagging them in these videos. They're sending emails. They're doing all that. And I think for us, it just doesn't cross our mind to show support that way. Like we just look at it and we're like, okay, here it is. But I'm telling y'all, I'm not trying to say who is who, but I'm just saying that's because they are vocal. They are hardcore in their support, and that's what we got to start doing too. Me, myself included as well. But we got to start tagging, and we got to start sending these DMs, and we got to start doing something because I need Lynette to get some PR because hopefully
I'm going to bring you the realness, okay?
That's all I'm saying. Oh, Lady Librarian says Black Radiance is not Black owned. They are owned by the same company that owns Wet and Wild. Thank you. Thank you, lady. Teach me. Hey, Lala, where you been at, girl? Hey, girl.
Hey, Lala.
Lori says, yes, so when you buy Morphe, he gets a check. Y'all know how to it's okay. But thank you for sharing that information, Miss Lori.
I would like to say, when you mentioned, supporting your Black creators and by tagging and everything, that's how Alicia's Kinky Sweat got her PR from Miss Pat McGrath herself. But I also this week, on Instagram, Black accounts have been like, place your favorite Black content creator or makeup artist or whatever. And people have been shouting me out. I've been shouting people out. And I think it is so great how we are coming together to support one another. We're small channels, so it's so nice when other people, subscribers and other channels shout us out. And so I've been really proud, and it warms my heart this week that,
I agree with that. I agree with that. You're right. Because honestly, from you and Miss Jackie and Patience and everybody and Lori tagging me in those, I've gotten so many people start to follow me. Seriously. And half the time I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, so yes, you are exactly right.
I think I got like 10 new subscribers on Instagram. I get like 1 new subscriber every 6 months on Instagram.
And that's if I'm really on it. So yes, that's exactly right. You're right.
So it really helps you guys when you shout us out and things, and that's why it's important for us to like collaborate like we're doing tonight and collaborating in videos, because we're trying to bring each other up and trying to grow our channels. So,
and honestly, and yes, I'm biased, but we put out some good content. We be putting out some good content. And I think what's important to remember is that even especially at this level in our careers, we just telling the truth. Like, I mean, you know what I mean? Like, it ain't about, it's like literally when I'm trying to figure out, what to get and who to watch, like I'm going to y'all. Like I'm going to y'all and I'm listening to what y'all say, except for Lori, because she be trying to get me to mess with brands I don't mess with. But everybody else, I'll be like, you know what? If my girl over here is talking about it, then I know it's for real because I know she values her coins. You know what I'm saying? So yes. I think, and somebody corrected me, it's not Eamon. Somebody, I cannot remember, but I think that's still Black owned. I think she still owns that company, but I'll definitely research that one. Hey, Rhea, thank you, girl. Thank you for being here. Is Milani Black owned? I don't think so. Aren't they owned by the same company that owns who are they under? Is it who else owns? I'm trying to remember who else owns. Milani is under an umbrella, and I'm trying to think of who it is.
A star has to go. Her child just put a half a bottle of leave-in conditioner in her hair.
Thank you for joining us. Thank you. Her hair's gonna be really nice and conditioned.
Easy to comb. It'll be very easy to comb.
I did ask them, and they were Monique. I did ask them.
Kinky Sweat just had a live with Angia B from Shantakai, and will forward Black beauty content creators for PR. Okay.
Oh, okay.
That would be. It'd be nice if I could get on that list.
That's real. Yeah, she had
is out of my price range. So
yes. They are Black owned. I need to generate a list of Black owned makeup brands. Yes, ma'am. Yes. Yes, in the past month, Lori says, yes, in the past month, I have been letting brands know who influences. That's it. Yeah. I've seen you, girl, and that's a really, really good point. And again, you know what I mean? It's really that simple. It's literally that simple. We just don't think about it. We just be liking it and moving it forward. But yes, it is really that simple. And I'm telling you see that same name in your comments so many times. You know what I mean? Yes.
I think I was on Refer's website, and was it Refer? Someone's website I was on and looking at reviews. No, it was Sonia. Was it Sonia? Was it Beautylicious? It might have been Beautylicious. Anyway, everybody was, Mel Thompson got me to buy. Mel Thompson recommended Mel Thompson. So yeah, you could do that for us, guys. It would help.
It's literally that simple. It's literally that simple. We just literally don't think about it. That's it. Mm-hmm. Monique said, y'all push me, but I chicken out and do it. Monique, did the lives, girl. No, you just don't. First of all, we want to hear what you have to say, period, anyways. But then the more you do it, the better. Well, don't let me say that because I'm not getting better. But the more you get it, the more comfortable you get. So do the lives, girl. I mean, do what makes you comfortable, but we got you. We got you, girl.
It is scary because, you worry if anyone will show up. And I had a live with 5 people, but let me tell you, I had so much fun during that live because those 5 people were my regular subscribers, and we had a nice conversation, and I felt I was smiling from ear to ear when it was done. And my husband was like, so how'd it go? I was like, he's like, how many people you have? I said, I have 5, but it was fantastic.
It was good. And and y'all see how confused I'm getting with this. But also when you watch, like, I'm trying to think of who I was watching who did a lot. It might have been Kelsey Brown and Jay. I mean, she had hundreds of people, and I'm thinking, girl, there's no way you keeping up with them comments. I mean, there's no way. And I don't blame her. That's not what I'm saying. Like, there's just absolutely no way you'd be able to keep up with all those comments. And to me, the best part is the interaction and all that kind of stuff. So you do what you feel comfortable, girl, but we're going to be here. So if you put out a live, we will be here. Don't you worry about it.
And viewers like a smaller live because who doesn't like their name shouted out and you reading their comments and you saying hello to them, and so when it's hundreds of people, they may never see your comment.
Exactly.
So the small lives are nice, very intimate, and we really get to connect with one another.
Exactly. Lady Librarian says, I wonder if they used to be like Shea Moisture. Girl, don't get me started on Shea Moisture. Don't. Shea Moisture, that's another one I don't be messing with no more because when they came out with them ads and there was,
Okay.
And honestly, I also feel like their products aren't the same anyway. I don't know if they're watered down or what's going on, but it could be because they're no longer owned by who it was. But I can tell a difference in their product anyways. But again, when you know who built you up and made you where you are, and then you come out with that ad, like, mm-mm. Is it Nika3? It's refreshing to see content from creators that look like me. Yes, I've unsubscribed from so many creators lately that can't really help me. And I still have a few big YouTubers in my feed, but I'm all about my ladies. I'm telling you, like that's who I'm checking for. Like
Me
I
too.
think whenever we first went on the quarantine, and I think all of us were just not feeling it. I was like, "Where my ladies at? I ain't got nothing to do. I ain't got nothing to watch. Y'all ain't putting out no videos. Like I'm having to watch these other folks, and I don't even care what they be saying." So I hear you.
I
Yes,
agree. I agree.
yes.
Milani is Revlon.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. And I think Revlon spoke out.
Monique said we did have fun during that live, Lynette. Yes, we did.
Yes.
We sure did.
Lori said the more you do it, the easier to get yes. Pete's96 says, what annoys me is that YouTube does not recommend black. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying, girl. And half the time I don't even know it till I come on somebody else's channel. I'm like, oh, where's she at? Who's she been? Like, just like PTD, you know what I mean? I was like, oh my God, thank goodness. So I agree. But that's part of the conspiracy, right, Pete? You know. You know.
A whole nother video. But
You
Pete,
know.
you know what I do well, not everyone will be able to do this because they're not content creators, but like when people subscribe to my channel, I will go and I will look them up.
Yes.
And I will look at the channels they're
Yes.
subscribed to, and then I will go to those black content creators and I'll check in and I'll be like, oh, this is
yes.
how I find them. Otherwise, just like you said, YouTube is not recommending them.
Yes.
And when I have typed in Black beauty content creators, Black beauty YouTubers, and Mel Thompson, and a whole bunch of white women come up. And then maybe number 10 would be Colorful Camille, or number 20.
You got to go to like page 3. You know what I mean? It's just like yes. Well, I'm talking to myself on lives. No, you ain't, girl. Everybody be watching your lives. If you are a pro at a live at this point, I need you as my manager. Rhea said it's been happening a lot more. I think people type, yep, exactly. Monique said, yo, honestly, I just want to be perfect in doing my makeup. I'm so critical of myself when I mess up. Girl.
There's no perfect, girlfriend.
There is no perfect. And you know what? I feel like, I do be hating on Lynette because she be doing a look, and then I'll be like, oh, I got that palette. Let me go do this. And then I'll look absolutely ridiculous. And I'll be like, stay in your lane, girl. But
okay, I'll come on your channel when you're talking about skincare or something. I'll be like, oh wait, hold up, stop the first one. But I look though.
That one time it came together. But Lynette be making me think I can do all kinds of stuff. So
very well.
We want to see your process. We want to see your process. We want to hear your thoughts. And I think that's what the beauty of it is. You know what I mean? Just literally hearing your thoughts and seeing what you do. And I hear you wanting to be perfect, girl, but there is no perfect. You know what I mean? Like, as long as you talking and you telling us what you're doing, and that's it. Because you're still telling me about the palette, and you still talking to me about what's going on, and that's what I enjoy. Lady Librarian, this is my first live attendance. Most of the time I'm not able to make them. Well, I'm glad you can make this one. Thank you.
I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Yes. Beautiful, Jess. Hey, y'all. Hey, girl. We talking about, we really talking about everything, girl. Like, we all over.
We're talking about makeup now. We done left the Black Lives movement.
Now we doing what helps us bring it all down. That's what it is. That is what it is. Hold on. I'm sorry. I lost my place.
We're at Lori's Live. Your lives will grow if you pick a day and time, and people will know when you're going live, and they will show up.
That's true. That's exactly right. Lori's a pro at it now.
Okay, I'm gonna have to check you out, Lori.
Just real, Lori. All the time it didn't kick in until the end of last year when Wednesday was your day. It took me a while too, Rhea. Don't even worry about yourself, girl. I was saying the same thing. I was like, I think Lori goes live every Wednesday. It's okay. Sometimes I'm slow to connect dots, so it's okay. It's okay. Legal and Lipstick said Shea Moisture definitely. Yes, they changed their formula. I agree, girl. I agree. Shea Moisture dries my hair out now. You know what dries my? You know what? I'm gonna just throw this up because we're talking about it. Cantu.
Girl, I was about to say the exact same thing.
Ever out here talking about Cantu being this no. Get off it. No.
Let it go. I had to tell somebody recently, don't buy it.
Don't buy it. Don't buy it. I know it looks pretty when you're in the store and you see Shea Moisture, who's at this price point, and then you see Cantu at this. There's a reason why they at that price point. Leave them alone.
And I did not know for the longest time. I'm experiencing serious hair loss. Went to the dermatologist yesterday. Like, it's a whole big deal. Mm-hmm. And for the longest time, my hair was so dry. And I was on that Cantu for months and months. I was like, oh, I like it. It loosens my hair. And I like it. So dry. And I finally stopped using it because I was like, it's just not helping with my dryness. And then the Diva Curl scandal came out. And I was like, that's probably what did it to my hair. That damn Cantu. That's why it was so dry, like straw. And it's coming out now. It was that Cantu. And now I'm using all this stuff and my hair's still dry, but it's nowhere near as dry as when I was using that Cantu.
That's it.
And I just never put the pieces together.
That's it. That Cantu.
So stay away from it, girl. Ladies, stay away.
You got to leave it alone.
Monique, Pete is not trying to tell you who she is, okay? So leave her alone. Who Pete's 96? She ain't want to tell you. Okay, she's incognito. Leave her alone.
Legal and Lipstick said YouTube works overtime to suppress Black creators. You have to look.
I believe it.
Who was it? Lynette, was it you? Were you the first person I saw that put the hashtag Black Beauty Creator?
Yeah, I put it in every video now.
Yeah.
In the hopes, because like that's what I do. I type in Black and nothing comes up.
Yes.
Or all these white women come up. So I started putting it in all of my videos now.
Yes. Lady Librarian said, I have the same question. She's not showing up in my feed. Is she not? Monique said, I don't sub to big content creators, just a small. Yes, exactly. Now I have a few of them. I do, but
I have a couple, yeah.
Yeah, but the small ladies, that's what I'm checking for.
That's what I'm looking for.
Legal. Is it two different chats, Legal? Is that what it is? You know we can't tell you because I know y'all saw the test. We can't help y'all, okay? Like, we can't help you. Pete said, yes, they finally start recommending Jeffree Star to me. Like, how many times do I have to unclick? And put not interested. Yes. But he be paying them, so it's fine. It's fine. Lori, Lynette, Lori, and Bridget will be doing that thing. I want to be like that when I grow up in makeup. Girl, I agree with you. Like
practice,
I said,
practice.
Yeah, I can do anything, and then I'm like, just don't look like Lynette's.
So Legal says she was in my chat initially, so she got confused too. Girl, we confused too.
That was probably us.
That was us, I'm sure, yeah.
I know. I'm sorry, and I think it might be because we're using StreamYard and we're streaming to both channels at the same time. So I think that might be.
Maybe we should have done that. And that's what we were trying to do, but maybe we know now. Do the one channel. Yeah,
I agree.
Pete said, "I don't be playing with no makeup." Thank you, Pete.
You don't. She don't. That's why I be quoting her all the time in my videos. Lori. Yes, I saw Lori's.
Other people have had issues with Cantu too.
That's because it's trash.
I wish I had known sooner, man. I wish I had connected the dots sooner. I might have saved a lot of hair.
Yes. I have not. Is that thank goodness? What is the TG? What's that stand for again?
Thank God it's natural. Thank God I'm natural. Thank God it's natural.
Lori, what's that price point? Because I've seen that brand too, and I've heard some good things about it.
It's expensive. All of this natural hair care stuff. I'm using the Main Choice right now. And I hate the name of this collection. For the culture, FRO the culture. Yeah. Main Choice, by the way, supposedly I learned this week is Black owned. And their little bottles of shampoo, $17. And I'm like, 3 washes, and I'm already got to repurchase. It's crazy the prices they're charging for this stuff. Does it really work even? I don't even know.
I'm about to go back to just juices and berries, just like you said on Coming to America. I'm just going to be putting juices and berries in my hair and just keeping it pushing. Good Lord. What products? Oh, I'm sorry, Pete. I'm sorry. That's us. It's us, 100%.
Cream in Nature is a tried and true brand. Yeah.
I find black beauty creators through other. Yep, exactly.
Oh, Lori said they can't see Pete's 96 comments. Pete, I'm wondering, are you watching it on Lady T's channel or my channel? Because if you're watching it on my channel, you may not be able to see it. I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe that's it.
Yeah.
Maybe on my channel, that's why you can't see it.
Yes, exactly.
We messed it all up. Sorry, folks.
I'm sorry. Well, you know what? But we'll get better on the next one. We'll get better on the next one. I don't like the main choice either. I agree. You know what else I don't like? I'm not the biggest fan of Carol's daughter. Now she has one cream. Lori, I think we got this at Curl Fest. She has one cream that I like, but other than that, I'm not the biggest fan of Carol's daughter either.
I think I had used one. I liked their hair milk, but I think I had used something else from them, and I'm like, for the price, I wasn't impressed.
Yeah.
Lady Librarian says she finds Black beauty creators through other Black beauty creators. Yep, that's how we do it too.
That's how we do it. That's it.
And it's sad that we have to do it that way.
Exactly.
Why can't we just be recommended like everybody else?
Because our counterparts are not having to do all that work to find. You know what I mean? So I hear you, girl. But that's okay, because you know what? We're going to thrive and we're going to survive regardless anyway. So it's all right.
Pete's 96 is watching it on my channel. So Pete's, that's probably why you're not getting the comments.
Okay.
You probably have to watch it on Ladies T channel in order to get the comments. I don't know why, but I think that's it.
Yes. Carol's daughter was better before I think she sold it. Oh, okay. Okay, because I'm telling you, like, it's just not.
I guess as soon as you sell it, it's a wrap then, huh? Like,
that's it. Well, then you got somebody else who basically want to keep the name, but is going to do whatever they can to get the profit. So
yeah,
you know what I mean? So, but I mean, good for her. I'm glad she probably got some good money. I'm glad she did, but I was not a fan. And then I started noticing who was talking about her products anyway. So I was like, okay, well, there you go. You know, beautiful Jess, I'm actually impressed with African Pride, because back in the day, I'm gonna have to be honest with you, African Pride wasn't really doing nothing. Like their products weren't doing nothing for me. But I've tried some of their products more recently here, and I really do like. I like what they're doing now. I really do. Annabelle's perfect.
All right, can y'all see me now? I don't know. I feel like I've been seeing your comments though, Pete, for a while. So, okay. But yeah, you're here, and people are responding to her. So I guess they see her.
Okay. She trying to tell y'all who she is. Y'all just don't see. Juvia's Place concealer's 50% off today only. You know what? Just wait for Juvia's Place to have a sale, and that's why. Just wait on it. Wait on it.
Always having a sale.
Yes. Although I do want the foundation stick. I do want to try that. They work good now.
I want another one of their concealers, but in a lighter shade.
I used their foundation today, and I remembered why I like it. But dang, it gets all over the place. It gets on your phone, gets on your clothes, gets on. I mean, it just transfers like nobody. It's pretty. And
which one, the matte one or the stick?
In the little pink, in the pink one. I mean, it's a beautiful foundation, but good Lord, it just gets everywhere.
I have it, but it's in the wrong shade, so I couldn't even really test it and use it because it's just way too dark.
Yeah, and then that pink packaging is just not. I'm not feeling that either. But I mean, it is a good foundation. But I remember now, it just gets everywhere. Pete's on my channel now. Okay.
Yes, I see it. We see you, Pete. She said Cantu is horrible.
Yes, they are. Cherry, I love their blush palettes. I really do. Who was it that was telling me? Because y'all know I have the Magic Mini palette, but I've had it for a long time. Yes, and the last time I used it, it was so dry. It was so dry. Now I mean, again, I've had it for some time, so I'm sure there's a reason why it has a lifespan on it, but it was so dry. But someone else was telling me that the as they've evolved, their formulation has gotten really, really nice. So I probably just need to stop being me and get another palette from them. But I was like, man, because I thought it was great when I first got it, but then when you compare it to other ones, you're like, oh.
I've been wanting to get their blush palette, but
I love the blush palette.
I know everyone does, but I just haven't picked it up yet.
Yes. I was waiting on Fenty's new lip shines today, but looks like she delayed the release. I'm gonna tell you something. Y'all know I'm trying not to be a fan or a stand for any brand, but Fenty got me. I'm just saying. Like, Fenty is one of them brands that I will forever be checking for. Seriously. I'm not the biggest Rihanna fan when it comes to music, but she got me on the makeup. She does.
And I mean, speak up for her Black people too. Her advocacy. So I'm loving me some Rihanna. She can't really sing, but I like her music. And yes. I love her bronzer. The powder bronzer.
Yeah, that looks nice. And I love the packaging. And when you use that bronzer, it looks so good on you. It really does.
Yeah, I've been using the Sephora one now, and I'm looking really, really red.
Yeah. Is that from the
No, that's their bronzed. It's a singular bronzer.
Okay.
And the deeper shade had been out of stock, and it finally came back in the stock, and I bought it, and I really love the formula, but it's just a little red on it.
The Magic Mini palette and I had problems a while before I used it. I hear you, Monique. Lori, I like the blush palettes also. Yes. I have no
blush palette.
Juvia's mattes are drier to me than most of my other formulas. See, I don't think I ever owned a Morphe eyeshadow palette. I've had a couple of their brushes, but I never.
Me neither.
You start getting into the 305 and the 602 and the 805, and it just
it was. I have 900 shades of brown in them. I'm like
900, and I was just like, And then of course, they was all about some Jeffree Star, and I just. And what's his name? The other guy. I don't have anything against him, but he just ain't. Sister. What is it? Is it James Charles? Yeah. And Jacqueline. Okay, so I have JP everything but the concealers and the setting powders. I don't think I've tried any of their setting powders.
I have their setting powder. It's really, really nice. I used it under my eye, and it was too drying and too aging for me under the eye. But it's a nice powder.
Okay.
Beautiful. Just made a big Juvia's order yesterday. Okay.
Yes, Bishop. I enjoy her bronzer more. I have no Fenty too. Now watch it. Natisha, sign up for Fenty's website, because she be throwing some good discounts out there, and that's probably the best time to try her stuff. I mean, last time we got an email for 30% off, and then like everybody after that had 25% off. But definitely sign up for her email, and that'll be a good way for you to try some of her products, because while I'm not a diehard fan like the Fenty, the original foundation that's in the glass bottle, that's too dry for me, y'all. Like that's some dry stuff.
I like that one, but I think it breaks me out.
Everything
breaks me out. I love breaks me out. About this things I love, I think it breaks me out. Like I don't think it breaks me out, but I love it all. Like
no. If you don't have sensitive skin, definitely. But she does have some scent in there, which she does have a lot of scent, especially in her primers and stuff like that. That sounded so country. In her primers, she has a lot of scent. Thank
you, girl.
But definitely sign up Natisha for her email, and then that way you won't be losing. Well, you still be losing some coin, but at least then you'll be able to get it. Because I do think she has some good products. Lori, if you don't stop talking about that bronzer, Sherry said the cream blush in Rose Latte is really beautiful from Fenty. Did you get that one? Did you get the Rose Latte, Lynette?
No, I got Summertime Wine, I got Daiquiri Dip, and I got the purple one.
Okay.
Yeah. That one looked a little too brown for me, a little too neutral.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if it would show up on it.
It looked a little bit more bronzy / that kind of thing. But I'm not a cream product person at all, but I cannot stop.
I do like the blush too. I'm surprised.
I really can't. Have you tried your drama class yet? What color does it come up on?
Yet, but I haven't yet, but I want to see if it turns pink on me or not. But yeah.
Okay. Monique said, so I asked if y'all was trying to get the Makeup Revolution bronzers from Ulta or the Makeup Revolution website. So here's what I will say. I ordered one thing from the Makeup Revolution website, and it took forever to get to me. Forever to get to me. But they do have sales on there, so a sale on top of their makeup is pretty good. So I'm
trying to get it from Ulta because I was going to get it from Makeup Revolution, but I'm pretty sure I would have had to pay shipping, and I don't do that. So
yes. And you gotta be watching these return policies seriously. Like, you really gotta be paying attention about returns and all that kind of stuff, because Sephora and Ulta have us thinking you can just return anything, and you can't.
This is true.
You really can't.
Now, Pete says she can't figure out the cream blushes from Fenty.
How you using it, Pete? What you doing, Pete? Talk to us about it. How you using it?
Are you applying it with your fingers, with a brush, with a beauty blender, over powder, without powder?
Talk to us. And Pete, I'm not gonna leave Lori alone. She know how I feel about that Charlotte Tilbury bronzer. Okay, let me see. Okay.
Pete says Morphe shadows are not it. I don't own any, but I had that feeling.
Yeah, I agree.
Blushes, by the way, either are not it. I'm sorry. When you're first starting out, okay, you don't want to spend I'm powdering money. You don't want to spend a lot of money or whatever. Okay, but after you get another brush from anywhere else, like even BH Cosmetics or anything, I agree. Find that Morphe brushes, they're not it.
I agree. Because at first you just be thinking, oh, it's okay if it sheds here and there, but that it don't have to happen. It don't have to happen. You don't have to have brush hair all over your face. Like, I'm just saying, you really don't. I agree.
I see other people using them in videos and they don't say what it is. I already know immediately before they say what it is. Because you can tell it's all splayed out and it's like, oh, that's a Morphe brush.
That's a Morphe brush. Yes. Is it Nika? I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Said, I was gifted a Morphe eyeshadow palette and I plan to regift it. That's the big girl. You know what? Send that love on to somebody else. Yes. Cherry says, I got one Morphe Jaclyn Hill Vault palette, but that's it, and never used it. I've never used any of it. She just rubbed me the wrong way. She just rubbed me the wrong way.
Lori's gonna put herself in timeout.
I was a Morphe girl when I first started. That's exactly right. I had, you started
when you first start, right?
Colors. You had a lot of different options. You could really just try your skills. But now it's like, I appreciate it for what it is. Let me say that. I appreciate it for what it is and what it does. But yes, I agree.
And then once you know what it is you're doing, you graduate to something else.
That's it. Legal says, I have a couple things from Fenty, but they don't appeal to me that much. As an oily gal, I do like the original foundation. Okay, that's fair enough.
I do too.
What's a good eyelid primer? Most eye palettes irritate my lids.
I am loving me some P. Louise. I have to admit. This that ABH primer that everyone loves, I can't get down with it at all. And
it's so white. It's so
dry.
Yes. Yes.
And Urban Decay Primer Potion. For me, this one's the gold standard. When I'm looking for a base, P. Louise. When I'm looking just for primer and to keep my eyeshadows on, Urban Decay.
Okay, that's a good way of saying it. That's a good way of saying it. I agree with that. Cherry says I ended up topping my blush with one of the kilowatt highlighters. It worked out well. Ooh, girl, them kilowatts is serious, but I bet it is pretty if you can rock it. I bet it is. I really is. Fenty shadows do need work though. I don't think I have.
I don't have any shadows from her.
You see, her palette is on sale at Sephora, so I'm just.
Yeah, her color stories just don't appeal to me. And the little palettes were cute, but I'm like, I have all those shades already.
All of those shades, every single combination you already had. Lori says, I love the Fenty foundation. I need to try is it the glow one? Because when you first get started out, I do think it's important to stick with your skin type and all that kind of stuff because it does help. But once you start understanding, you can find the right primer to do this and all that kind of stuff. I've learned that a lot more foundations work for me than I thought they would, as long as my skin prep and my primer is on point. So I need to try that.
And you have to tell me your primer too, because glowy foundations are not gonna. I'm wearing a matte foundation, and you see how that's holding up. So, well, you have to let me know what primer you're using.
Monique said, "So who has the Cover FX blushes?" I couldn't get one, Monique, when Ulta had it on sale because Lori's Life decided she was going to purchase 8 of them. So I couldn't get a hold of it. Who on here has the Cover FX blushes? Because they're beautiful, and I would love to have one.
I was going to get one, but I just felt like $38 and all the shades I kind of already have. The one I would avoid is like the rose colored one, and I kind of feel like I have that 3 and 4 times over. So I'm very curious. I would definitely like to try it, but the price point and the color for that color selection, I can't get that one.
Yeah.
I was trying to get it during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty, but of course, that sold out before I even had a chance. So.
Yep.
Oh, I missed Mia said she was a Morphe girl when she started, and she thought she had made it to the big leagues. She had no idea about Juvia's.
Tried since high school with colors. Yes, yep, that's exactly right. I bought a bunch of Coastal Scents because everybody was talking about them. Girl, I ain't used them.
I never tried Coastal Scents.
Yes. I bought them all on sale. Me too. Yep. Pete says NARS eyeshadow base is my fave. Okay, I need to try that one. Urban Decay is good too. Okay.
Oh, you way ahead of me in the comments, Pete.
But I might have skipped them, so let me know if I skipped anything. Beautiful Jess says, I have one Cover FX blush. Which one do you have? Because they look beautiful, except for the fact that, can you use both sides or is one side a highlighter? Because I don't do highlighters, so I'm just wondering if...
So Patience, I'm seeing now that you got the rose latte, and I saw your video when you were trying them out, and you love it. So you have had an issue about the shininess or the glowy, the sheen. So have you gotten over the sheen of that blush and you're enjoying them now?
Have you met Kelsey's video on cream blushes or bronzer?
Celeste, you got the blushes during the 21 days, yeah.
That's what I was trying to do too. I was too slow on it.
Celeste was on top of that stuff.
I was way too slow. I know you do have the Moroccan palette, and I saw you say that you love it. I watched that video, and I remember you saying don't sleep on it. I remember you saying don't sleep on that palette. So you're right. I hear you. Monique said, I love Becca Hydra setting powders.
And Pete compares all of her shadows now to Colored Rain. And I'm about to today. I was going to do it, but I was working. But I'm about to swatch my Colored Rain singles collection because people asked about seeing that one. Their shadows are beautiful. Those metallics, oh my goodness.
Okay. Soft formula. Dang, I was doing so good. Now I lost it. Pigmented.
Lori got 3 of them in the sale. Everybody picked them up with us, T. Everybody else picked them up. We the only ones that missed out.
we just missed out.
Everybody. Patience got 1. Everybody got Lori got 3. Like everybody got except us.
Legal says the Cover Effect blushes are nice. I have the 2 darkest ones and Sweet Mulberry. Yes, that purple. Yes. Looks absolutely gorgeous. And I haven't really tried that much from Cover FX, but I feel like sometimes they don't get enough play.
They don't, and I love their Power Play foundation is like what I wear in the summertime.
Yes, 100%. Yeah, ladies, I just looked at the time. We have been on here for like,
I know.
oh my gosh, we have been on here so long.
I just want to say, Beautiful Jess has a channel, so if you're not subscribed, go check her out.
Yes,
And she likes to do natural.
She's my girl.
Wearable eyeshadow looks, okay, and they're all beautiful. So
Beautiful
check her out.
Right up my alley. Before we go, ladies, just let us know. I know a few people in here who have channels, but just in case I don't know, or if you're from Miss Lynette's channel, please drop your channel in the comments real quick, or just say, yes, I have a channel, so that we can all come and support you, because this is what we're doing, y'all. This is what we're about. This is how we're gonna play this game, okay? So please let us know if you have a channel. I would love to come and follow you, please. So I'll just give you guys just a little bit. Patience, you killing them. I don't know why you talking about it took you a while. You killing them blushes. One side is like a topper. See, I don't understand that topper stuff, y'all. Like I don't understand that topper.
A little shimmer. It could be a lot, I guess, if you do a highlight and blush topper, but you can do one or the other. It's just for you who does not highlight. Blush will be perfect for you.
Okay. I'm gonna have to try that out then, because I have oily skin. I got a lot of texture right there on my face. So you start throwing on shimmery, and it wears differently throughout the day. So I feel like at the end of the day, you can see my concealer and you can see that, and it's just not flattering. But I'll give that a try, because I want to glow. You know what I mean? I want to
glow. Business wearing highlight because I have texture, and then I like to put it right up there by my eye wrinkles and highlight those. I don't got no business wearing no highlighter, but I like highlight, so I wear it.
Come on, and I may go live in the next. Monique, go live, girl, go live. I'll tell the same name here. I haven't posted in a while, but I will be back on. Good. And ladies, I want to say, I know a lot of times, I know I'm the same way too. A lot of times, and just like I said with the Fenty, a lot of times I feel I'm either behind the ball on stuff, or I feel like stuff has been talked about to death. So why am I going to come on here and I'm going to talk about it? Because, your girl most time be looking for a sale. So, that's why I be a little bit slow. But come on and do it and talk about it, because I feel like every perspective is good to know. You know what I mean? Like, every perspective is good to know. You might be saying something different than somebody else has. Just, don't hesitate. You know what I mean? Like, talk about it. Come on, use your voice, because every time, even if I watch, like, Lynette's talked about some of the same products I've talked about, but I still love watching her channel and love watching her videos, because she's saying something different than I did, or she's confirming, and it's still good to watch. You know what I mean? So don't worry about that. You know what I mean? If you want to talk about it, come on and talk about it. Seriously.
And especially if you're demoing a product, like, I might want to see what it looks like on your skin tone, because it might be close to mine. It's very difficult for me to find other content creators with my complexion. They're either darker than me or they're lighter than me. So it might be an older product, but I might want to see it on you. And if I follow you and I trust your reviews and your thoughts about stuff, I'm all right, that's cool and that's cute, but my girl is reviewing it, I really want to know what she thinks about it, because I value her opinion. So and people are buying, not everybody, like you said, T, not everybody's buying it as soon as it comes out. A lot of people are waiting for reviews. A lot of people, me now, are waiting for sales, and so it might be a while before we do it, but it might be a while for other people too. They might be picking it up at around the same time we are.
Exactly. That's exactly right. I will say, try to make it as searchable as possible. Just definitely try to make sure you're making your title searchable. You're trying to make your tag searchable. You know, definitely do that, but don't, I'm telling you, just like Lynette said, I love watching different ladies talking about the same product because, you know, and even with, you know, I'll use Kelsey Brown and Jay as an example. I love watching her channel and I love her reviews, but I have to keep in mind that Kelsey Brown and Jay has different skin than I do.
Yeah.
She's younger than I am.
Yeah.
You know, she just has different issues than I do. I'll say specifically concealer, you know what I mean? Like she's got different issues going on underneath her eyes. She got different stuff going on. So even though I love hearing her perspective, I keep that in mind. So I'm always ladies in the same situation as I am using that same product to give me that different perspective. So don't hesitate it. You know what I mean? Just do it.
Absolutely.
Yes. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna Lynette, are you cool with wrapping stuff up? I just want to go through and make sure I didn't miss any. I mean, I missed a lot.
People are leaving their channel names. People are saying they're gonna go and subscribe and check them out. So yes, and yes. And some of these I'm gonna have to go back and look because I see people I haven't seen and they have channels, so I want to go check them out.
Yes.
And I did not know Pete's 96 is 42 because she looked like she's 32 in that photo.
Yes. And y'all don't be going by Lori's skin because I agree. She's got like 10-year-old skin, seriously. And I have had the pleasure of seeing Lori in person, and yeah, girl, it's real.
Oh, and Lady Librarian says it's hard to find mature Black women on YouTube and mature Black women doing it. So that's who I definitely look for. People in my age range. Yes. And I can tell from my analytics that it's people around my age and older that are subscribed to me. So whoever you are, you have your channel, just do your content and people will find you and they will follow you.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. So everybody's putting their channels in here. Definitely, please. Yes, Cheery. Miss Hope Bella has a channel. Her name is Patience, and I love when she's like, "And this look is done." So just go and check her out. And Amber, see now, you better have been working. You better have been working, Amber. Is that your excuse? Because I know you killing it, and you know you building that brand at nighttime. So I'm gonna give you that pass.
And Terry says, "Here I am, 46, and doing beauty videos." Okay, I started my channel at 46, and here I am at 49, soon to be 50, and I'm still doing beauty channels.
Yes, y'all.
So don't you worry about it. Do it. And there are women that are going to watch and be looking for you and looking for women their age who are also doing makeup. So go ahead, girl.
Yes. I mean, y'all, I didn't even get into wearing makeup till maybe probably just a few years ago. You know what?
Me too.
Definitely a late bloomer when it comes to that. So don't even worry about that. All right, ladies, does anyone, I mean, I appreciate your 2 hours and 40 minutes.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, this has been absolutely wonderful.
Thank you, T, for having me.
I'm doing fangirl moment. I'm so honored that you were on here. And ladies, just want to end by saying, again, do what's in your heart. Speak how you speak. Talk about what you want to talk about. You know, but I will say your voice wants to be heard if you are okay with sharing your voice and talking about these things. And I will say, I know we're tired. I know we are, and definitely, you know, keep that self-care in perspective. And when you need to take a break, take a break. But I feel we gotta, ladies, our voices gotta be heard. We gotta keep working it. We gotta keep pushing it. And again, take a break when you need to take a break. But I would love to hear your voice and see it and hear it. So that just from the book of Tatika. So I definitely appreciate everyone from coming on here, especially if you came from Lynette's channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Ladies, make sure you check everybody's channels and just hit a subscribe. I guarantee you will fall in love with these women that are on here. Guarantee it. Guarantee it.
Let me just say, if you're not seeing the comments, then because Jess is not seeing the comments, you have to go to Lady T's channel to see the comments. Okay, we kind of messed that up. So go to Lady T's channel, and you'll be able to see the comments. And then we're recording it, so hopefully I'll be able to post post it on mine and the replay on my channel as well. So
yes. So hopefully this will not be the only stream that Miss Lynette does with me. I'm just obligated to do more with me. Also, if you are feeling kind of some type of way about doing a live, get a partner.
Yeah, so much more fun.
Just grab a partner, and that kind of takes the pressure off, and it's a little bit more it's a little bit easier to do. So definitely remember that. So ladies, I appreciate your time this evening. Thank you so much for spending all this with us, and we will check you next time. Bye.
Stay safe, be well.